There we go. And give it sound because this one doesn't have sound. How far are you with the burner thingy? Decently far, I think. I don't know. I'm making good progress. I think we will be able to reach our goal of doing it start of April, hopefully. Although there might be other things April, so I'm not really sure. I'll have to check on that. It would be fitting to do it April 1st, though. I think that's a good day. But we finished up the first phase of like what the bots have to build, I think. We just have to double check that I actually, built the right thing. So if I look through here, what we have pasted right now is, I think, 2.4? Yeah, okay. So we are equivalent to the second one. Also wondering why you need a ciabatta recipe. It's just a slightly denser bread. What kind of bread do you eat? Ciabatta, what kind of bread do you eat where ciabatta is slightly denser? It is very much not that. Unless maybe it means something differently. All right. No, ciabatta is ciabatta. This, I don't know what you eat that you would describe ciabatta as dense. I'm just really curious now what kind of bread you're eating. Maybe like focaccia? No, focaccia is kind of light. Okay. So was our stage actually correct? Not sure. But yeah, you've never like tried making something new before? Like there's usually a little bit more than just putting there's usually a little bit more variation than just slightly changing the dough recipe or the flour count. Okay, new stage. Whoa! It kept our naming scheme. Oh, that's cool. It knows somehow. I like that. Okay, what were we looking at? What's next? It should be time to do the sciences, right? Also, we need a power expansion. We'll do the power later. Power's a separate blueprint, so we don't have to do it now. Not build an uncharted territory. What? How have we still not explored enough? Also, does this have an infinite size? Probably. Okay. So what do they do next? It looks like their second stage doesn't really have much more in it, right? So this is everything for launching... Ooh, wait, this is new. Is it new? I think that's new. They are preparing to... Ooh, what is this? What is this? This is a weird lane. This is some kind of smelting lane. It's just a weird distribution. Is it bricks maybe? No, that doesn't make sense. I don't really feel like pita bread. It's good, but I'm feeling like ciabatta right now. Well, probably more like tomorrow. But I was planning to make that this weekend, probably. Whenever I make... I like dipping it in curry. So I was thinking of making that this weekend. If I end up going to the store and grabbing stuff for it. But yeah, that's a very, very yummy bread. Okay, so this is more gears, more assembling machines? Okay. What are they producing right here? I don't know what this actually does. I'm trying to get an idea of like what their next step is. Yeah, that's this blueprint. Oh wait, we don't have lab production. We didn't expand our labs. We definitely need to expand our labs. Yeah, this is this blueprint. Okay, so what was here before? Did I miss a step? No. I mean, I missed the lab production, but that's not like a huge deal, right? Yeah, it looks like the only thing I missed was lab production and then, or not lab production, but lab placement, which, yeah, we definitely need more labs. Not really sure if we can repurpose our old labs. Probably not. But yeah, I imagine we need more labs. Logistic bots, interesting. Oh, for delivering stuff to the player, probably. Yeah, I don't have any form of Logibot production. It's pretty straightforward to do. I just didn't do it. I'm assuming it's limited to like... They make 1,000? What? Why are there 1,000? Wait, how many logistic... Okay, construction bots are 3,000. That makes more sense. This is also limited 3K? That's interesting. Because aren't these being delivered to the player? I'm not really sure what this chest is. Let's see. This is buffered robot frames. That's straightforward enough. What else is on this? Oh, green chips for building. And, no, blue science? No, green chips and blue science gets shipped over. That's weird. They use the Logibots to transfer supplement green chips from the GC0 outpost to main base after rocket start, and they build them this early. I guess it's probably only like 30 minutes after this. I didn't realize they used so many. I guess it... Wait. Oh, it doesn't activate until all the construction bots are done. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I didn't see this one. Is this the starting science? This isn't the starting science, is it? Or is it? I think this is. Yeah, because this is the starting blue science. Okay, so this is the starting green and red. So we do have enough of that at least. So this is an upgrade to the original lab lane. Unfortunately, we don't have a good way to upgrade our labs because of burner inserters. So that gives us two options, and neither of them are good. Easiest option is to make a new lab. Actually, I guess they're not that bad, right? Like, making new labs isn't difficult. It's just I don't want to have to do it, but I guess there's no real reason not to. The other option is having these split like somewhere in the middle, and then do more labs here. But yeah, we can't really double side these that easily, can we? I mean, I guess we kind of can. We could have it here. These activate if this is backed up. Okay, so they are designed to only grab if coal is on the line. That's good. Yeah, I guess we could just paste it here. There's no real reason not to, is there? That would give us a total of 64. That's decent. However, that doesn't give us an option for beacons later. So our options there are to just make new labs later if we upgrade this, or we can leave gaps. We can leave gaps for bacon for beacons. So that would get us a total of, let's see, if we do a gap every 3. Well, this would power more. Well, this would power 5 labs, I think. Yeah, this would power 5 labs. This could probably be designed in a way. This cannot be mined. Oh, it's on a different layer. If we staggered it, we could power like 3 and then have total 1 less lab total, though. Don't know if that's good or better or worse. But yeah, we definitely need labs. They also somehow have more production up here. Or is this the original production? I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think this is supplementary production. I don't remember this getting built. Because isn't there more at the bottom? Or no, we put this in the middle of our base. Never mind. Because if I follow this, maybe this goes where I think it does. Why isn't this working? What? The tracker isn't working. I'm very confused. The mouse, the visualizer is not functional right now. Okay. Don't know what's going on there, but let's follow this belt. It goes here. Oh, interesting. To improve bot speed. That's cool. To make it that bots don't have to travel as far, they just like ship stuff throughout the base. That's a fun design. I don't know what this chest is. Considering their iron chest, that makes me think it's something for hand building. Is this is it rails? Gears? No, gears, that's weird. Oh, it's an iron chest. It probably gets outputs later. Yeah, it probably automatically gets outputs later. It is a construction belt. It's just supply for bots. Yeah. That's cool, though. And then it looks like they just make more along the way. I guess if we might have spare iron, we might be able to turn more of it into yellow, into undergrounds and stuff. Yeah, I do need to consider that. Something along those lines. Because right now, all of our production... Well, I guess we have production here and here. And our base isn't really the same shape. So we don't really need to send stuff that far right now. Because right now, we're still working in this rectangle. So yeah, we don't really have that many points super far from it. So that's good. Okay. So that's just more production. That's just more production. Oh my gosh. That's such an insane amount of production. So this is bricks. This is probably bricks then, or steel. No, it's bricks. Okay, that's why they're 6 long. Okay, that makes so much more sense now. We just did our big brick production, right? I mean, I guess it's not that big. We can do more steel furnaces, though. Because we need... So the thing is, we don't need as many steel furnaces early, but we need way more steel furnaces later. So, like, we do eventually need a large furnace production. So, yeah, furnaces... what is this? This is just more building. I don't think we need more building just yet, because we do build less. I don't think we need a building improvement right now. So yeah, we need to figure out labs today. That would be good. Advanced oil, no, advanced oil we're just going to put wherever. I'm not too stressed about that. Advanced oil and refineries we're probably just going to have just anywhere. Ooh, combinators. Okay, we need combinators and signal stuff. Or no, combinators and sirens. Hello, Captain. Welcome, welcome. And then... I don't think we got medium electric poles. We need medium poles and substations. And large poles. Just poles in general, I guess. Would have been a better... I thought it was only 2 things when I started. And then last but not least, I said lab expansion, right? A lab expansion. Okay, these are the I definitely need. And then we need a potential furnace and underground belt expansion. Question mark. But since we have a much larger time goal, we obviously don't need as much production so early, especially since it's burner stuff. I'm pretty good. How are you? I had a nice burrito for lunch yesterday, so that was fun. That's why I had to in stream so so early before we finished the challenge. I had some plans to go try out a Mexican restaurant my dad had been wanting to try for a while. It was fun. It was very fancy for a Mexican restaurant. Well, that is a big stage. Did I skip one? I think I skipped stage 3.2 or 3-2. Yeah, there's no way they built that all in one stage. I missed something. Yeah, that makes way more sense. They still haven't done science. That's wild to me. I'm just very surprised that they have no purple science. I think it's about to be produced. I think that's what stage 3.3 is. Purple and yellow science. It's just wild that it takes so long to build or to start up. Okay, so red chips for, I'm assuming science, right? Yeah, probably for science. So that's 96. Wow, they double their amount of red chip assemblers. Yeah, that makes sense. How much does this produce? Actually, somebody sent me something a while ago. I wonder if it's still there. I had an estimate for how much of everything I needed for the science goal I had, but I do not remember what it was. Science per minute. There we go. Oh, that's not the right thing. Was it typed out? Oh, there we go. I think I found it. I need about 50 belts of resources. That's all I know. I just don't know what those resources go into. Okay, so in terms of yellow assemblers, I need 192 going into red chips. So, yikes. That sounds like a lot. How much science do I really need? Maybe I can make do with 30% less than that. Well, okay, I guess I already have 24. I guess I already have a fifth of a quarter of that. Feeling good, a bit of weird stuff going on, but really feeling really fulfilled, I guess. That's good. Fulfillment is very important. Sorry you're feeling weird, though. Gosh, how am I going to do this? It just feels so, like, so many assemblers. And I'm worried that if I make the starting base too big, I'll be very, very limited in the later game. But on the other hand, a lot of these are green chip assemblers, so they do help towards the 20 million science, which is good. But yeah, I feel like I don't need... See, why do I think I need that much science per minute? Okay, so here is my thinking, right? I wanted that much science per minute because I think I thought it would be nice if I could get mining productivity 5. Yeah, mining productivity 5, which is about 10, 9, 8, or it's like 8 rocket launches, I think. Somewhere around there. I wanted mining productivity 5 by the time I started outposting. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't think that's necessarily... I don't think that should be my goal. I think mining productivity 3 and then get mining productivity 5 while I'm outposting would probably work better. Because the amount of stuff I would have to build in my base to get it before is very significant. Very, very significant. And I would probably be delaying outposting by like a long time. And would just make it that my first like couple outposts run better. Like it wouldn't be a very drastic change. This is designing for the burner 100% design I'll be doing in like a month or so. Hopefully we'll be doing it in a month or so. And we need to do the high tier sciences soon, which is very, very overwhelming. I guess the main base is pretty close to being done though, isn't it? I mean, I say that, but like, because we don't really need all of this stuff, I don't think. I think with our goal, it's close enough to being done. Currently comparing to the regular base to get an idea of what I should be building and like how much of things I should be building. Oh, I guess this doesn't use prod 3s in the assembling machine, so maybe I can make do with a little bit less. Yeah, I probably don't need quite as much as I'm anticipating. Wait, does this not have prod 3s in the silo? No, it would have to have prod 3s in the silo. Yeah, that would be weird. This estimate was not having prod 3s. Oh, it didn't. Okay. Weird. Cool and confusing. Yeah, very, very confusing. Let's play for a bit to get rid of those blinking things. There we go. Okay. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. It should recover, right? I don't know what I did, but it didn't like it. So, obviously we need blue chips. And we need modules. Or we need sciences. This also has an expansion to blue science. Interesting. Possibly rip game. Yeah, we haven't done anything, right? Yeah, we've just been planning. So, I mean, if it crashes, it's not a big deal. Because we haven't built anything. We're just trying to figure out what we need to do next. Yeah, let's just restart the game. I don't think it like pasting and starting at the same time. Okay. But yeah, we possibly need to be able to expand our production of belts. I'm not entirely sure about that. That's hard to say. But that's an easy thing to do later. Because like what we could do is design around not having an expansion. And if we decide I need more belts, we can just put it like on the side. Because that's the nice thing about bots. Like, sure, it's not great to have it over here, because it will end up wasting a little bit of belt, but if I need something done, we can have it on the side in our blueprint, and I won't need to redesign my whole base. Because it's not going to make like a massive difference here or there to have something like slightly suboptimal like that. At least not to the refinement that I need. So fortunately, if I do change my mind about this, it's an easy fix. Also, I forgot we did the turbine production. Like incredibly early. Modular bases. Yeah, we'll call it modular. That's a word we could use. Okay. So I liked the idea of doing the labs, I guess over here. Is that fast enough? I guess since I don't have beacons, it probably is fast enough. Yeah, I guess we'll just have a second lab. So let's see, where did these beacons get produced? Here? Okay. You have to go? Okay, thanks for stopping by. Oh, you have to go sleep and lurk. Gotcha. Well, have a good night. Hope you sleep well. But yeah, modular bases is something we can pretend these are. I like this idea. Makes it feel a lot cooler than it is. a lot better built than it is. Okay, let's give these prod ones. Yeah, this should be fine. And then I think what we can do, it might be a little bit awkward, but we might be able to like snake this to use a different one as well. It's like I'm thinking this would work. We'll probably sideload this somewhere else. Don't remember what this was supposed to be. I mean, I know this is the coal filter, but I don't know if there's anything else involved with it. Oh, which means it probably wouldn't come from this side, but that's fine. Okay. Why can I not play? This is weird. Why is that crashing the game? I'm Not really sure what's happening there. Have we done anything different? The base has been there the whole time, right? Like that part's not new? Oh, I guess this is... We did paste the expanded version. Maybe that's the problem. Hmm. I mean, it works... It works without that. So that's something. At least I can paste it. I just have to keep, like, deleting that part. Look at the log file. Is that saved? Where is that saved? Is that saved in the... If I have the zip version, is it saved with the zip stuff? With the actual game? Or is it still in app data? Factorio... Portable? Log file? Core, maybe? No. Base? Docs, no. But I feel like it would not be in my user data, right? That would be my guess. Because I don't have that version. I don't have the version, and maybe it could always save it though. It says user data directory. Am I just blind? Oh my god, I'm just blind. It's literally in the main folder. Would it be the previous one? Is it from editor extensions? Let's see. Or current. Probably previous. One of these two, I imagine. Okay, what am I looking for in it? Anything in particular? Okay, I'll wait for that. Let's see. We are doing this. Should be at the very end. I don't see the word error anywhere. I mean, it could have just been my computer being too slow. I don't know. But yeah, I don't see anything that looks like an error, the word error or stack trace or something. Let's delete these. Okay, these are all in the wrong place somehow. Okay. We want this to be deleted. How many labs can I get this way with the double-sided? I guess that's the question I should be asking. And how many beacons I need. Maybe I should have I think this pattern is good. Actually, do I want beacons here? I might not want to leave space for beacons here. Because there's a very good chance that we need more labs elsewhere, and if we need more labs elsewhere, we don't really need the beacons here. But there's also a good chance we can just upgrade these labs, and then these are all we use for the rest of the run. Although this is a lot of labs. This would be a lot of labs to upgrade. 32 upgraded with beacons is fine. 64 upgraded with beacons and all of Prod 3s is a little bit pricey. Just a little bit. Also, these are in the wrong spot. Yeah, I guess I don't really need the... I guess there's no real reason for me to have the beacons, especially considering I'm using burner inserters, and they struggle anyway. Yeah, these can just be built here. Connect the logic would be nice. That way they are on the same logic. Very useful. There we go. They're disabled. Perfect. Now this part I'm unsure of. So I have two options here. Neither of them are great. All of them are bad, actually. That's a better way of phrasing it. We don't need this many inserters as well. If we're not doing beacons here, I can save a lot of the inserters. I originally had this design because these are hand-built, but these can probably do with 2 per... These can definitely make do with 2. Everything is awesome. I love that song. Are you watching the Lego movie? How do we do this? How do we get these down here? Because this is built by hand, right? This is designed to be built by hand easily. We don't really have a good spot where we can split off stuff later unless we like leave a splitter, which we could do. We could leave a splitter. How much is beacons? Beacons use purple science. They're expensive. We can't just lazily do beacons here. I was thinking we could just figure out a way to do beacons. You're escaping menacing reapers. Oh. You're pretending everything is awesome. Got it. Denial. A classic. Why did none of these have that? It's weird. Okay. These are fine. Those guys are scary as fuck. Yeah. I am too scared to play that game most of the time. Okay, this is alright. There isn't really a good way to connect any of these. You know, I don't really need purple science yet. That doesn't really change anything. But I don't really need purple science yet, so that's something. Actually, yeah, that doesn't change anything. It doesn't make it easier to connect here. What I could do, and honestly isn't a terrible option, I can just make this longer and just manually rotate. I think that's my best bet, because that makes it really easy to connect. To do something like this. And then I don't have to worry about like a splitter. Huh. That was a weird lag with playing again. But yeah, I think this is my best bet to make it a really long lab lane. Hopefully it has enough. Yeah, because this will all be red belt. Oh, this is pretty pricey. Oh well. Not a huge deal. But yeah, if we build it like this, I think that requires us to manually be there to build the labs, but I think that's all right. Because I mean, either way, we have to upgrade it, right? So if we have to go over here to upgrade it, we might as well and put the module. Well, we don't have to put the modules in, but we have to go over there to upgrade it. We might as well extend it as well while we're there. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Let's do a test research. That's not good. Does this not work with... I could have sworn this worked with red belt. It doesn't, though. Okay, so red belt design doesn't work. I thought there was enough density that it would be fine, but there's really not. Okay, well, that's good to know. So we can't go with this design past 32, probably. Although we can still extend it, right? One yellow belt probably has the throughput for what we have right now. What does this produce? Max rate calculator with, let's do this as the example. 0.97. Yeah, okay, we should be fine. That's 2.3. That's way more. What about, yeah, all of that is more than a belt. Okay. Or 1.8 is a belt. You got a chest full of kyanite. Which one's the kyanite? Is that useful? Is that like a rare resource? Because that sounds nice then if you have a whole chest full of it. Gosh, why are labs so weird? Okay. What if I just do a splitter early? So like my idea is that we have to do this late, right? Or pretty late. Is this 32? That's 34. Isn't everything useful in SE? This is in Subnautica. Not Cryonite, Kyanite. Okay, so this is alright. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to convert this this original one to use purple and yellow science. So I think maybe we just make a new design. That's probably our best bet. And then I think we could do that pretty easily if we just do if we do like 2 or 3. Cuz okay, basically I'm thinking we add a splitter here. And then we don't have to stress about anything. If we have a splitter there, it will automatically add things. Is that the 0 DLC thing? Below 0 isn't a DLC. It's just a new game. No, this isn't the first game. Yeah, Below 0 is just a new game in the second, in like a new area. But yeah, we could use this for yellow science still, though. It's nice to know that we can keep it downgraded, though. That makes it cheap. What other lab designs did we have? Someone keeps suggesting a train, but I think that's really expensive unless we would have to use... The only way to make a train work would be to limit it using the... if we wanted a train to work, we would have to limit it using a rail signal. Otherwise, they buffer too much. So we would have to enable and disable inserters based on rail networks, which isn't terrible. The other option is having a bunch of dedicated belts like this going into a lab. Although those will all be self-feeding. I guess we won't have that many inserters, so they can be self-feeding, no problem. But yeah, the main thing is we just can't use red belt. And then we need more labs here. So honestly, we could just have a splitter. And then that would send it down here. This will be like a dedicated belt, so yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay. We can do that. We can place, I think this will be a total of like 4 splitters we have to place manually. Actually, no, if we do it right, 1 splitter that we have to place manually, or 2. 1 for blue science, 1 for red and yellow, or red and green. And then this will make more labs down here, which do not take from this belt, unfortunately. They will have to be separate belts. Actually, this is in the wrong stage. Still in the wrong stage, actually. There we go. Give it a moment. Takes a while to make new stages. Let's not click anything this time. There we go. Okay, this is the final stage, and this will have the new science build. There we go. And the reason that we have to split them is just because of belt throughput problems, since we're divided by 4, if we want to use these later. If we don't want to use these later, I don't think we have belt throughput problems for the yellow and purple science. I'm not entirely sure. I really, really wish we could use red belt. That would make things so much nicer. That would just simplify. That would simplify everything, you know? What other options, though, are there? There's the car. The car option isn't great. Okay, how expensive is 128 extra prod 3s? Is that, like, bad? Is it bad to consider designing it that way? Because it sure would make things simpler. If I could use that many prod 3s. Also, I think I like the idea of using beacons here. Let's design this with beacons and undergrounds. So that means the beacon would go here. Okay, yeah, that's decent. Prod 3s are cheap. Are they? In a non-sarcastic way, are they actually kind of cheap? This is weird. What the heck? How is this possible? I don't understand how 2.4 has stuff that's not in 2.3. That's very confusing. No, they're very expensive. Okay, that makes more sense. But I guess it really comes down to what's cheaper, this or speed mod. Okay, I mean they're not that expensive. It's only 100. This is only 200,000 copper that I'd be using, right? I don't know what caused this problem. Yeah, the magic of layers. But the thing is, the layers, shouldn't be possible unless, at least I don't think it should be possible to do this. What the heck? This should have everything from 2.2, right? 3 yellow belts of ore produces 1 tier 3 module per minute. Oh gosh. Okay, so yeah, we should plan for a future design then. Okay, what did I break though? Because this is, I don't know how to design around this now. Because 2.2 looks right, 2.3 looks right, except for the fact that it doesn't have any labs in it. Maybe we just paste labs here, we're good? Maybe that fixes everything? Well, now they're not in here. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I mean, it seems fine now. Yeah, no idea. No idea, but basically the important thing is we probably want to make a new lab build. That's what it all boils down to. Whenever we have high throughput. So we can probably assume, you know, we could just balance it around 1 belt. It's not the end of the world. See, this is too much though. How much does the green science produce? 1.9. It's very close. We're very close to exactly 1 belt of ore. Or 1 belt of everything. I don't know if it's simpler though. I don't think it actually makes this less complicated if we only have 1 belt of 1 belt of stuff here. Loader is in the way. What? Ah. This thing, which admittedly doesn't even come from this side, which is fun. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll just copy a new one. I think that's the way to go. Then this goes here somehow. Hopefully we can fit it in here. We probably just need to change where the coal test goes. So delete this. This is extra. Honestly, we don't need this until level 4. Okay. And then this is supposed to split off of these and give us something else. Okay, so there's supposed to be an underground here probably. Maybe the splitter should be here. I guess it doesn't really matter right now. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll figure it out. This isn't cryptic at all. I mean, it's honestly not too bad. It just feels a bit weird. Okay, side load here. This connects to the outer side. That's this one with a green. That's the wrong one. And then this one connects. We don't actually have a belt for these. We could also possibly shift it up one tile, but I don't think that really makes a huge difference. But yeah, this should work for all of our lab needs. It's pretty decent. Honestly, it doesn't waste a whole lot on the belt either because it's sushi. But this should have the throughput I need without any concern. I don't think it breaks if we have low throughput, which is good. We do need blue science. And then we also need these to be copied down. Okay, yeah, I think that works for a lab build. And honestly, it fits pretty nicely in the corner. Then we can worry about doing a beacon setup later. But yeah, if 3 yellow belts of ore, if it takes that much to make 1 tier 3 module per minute, I can see now why they don't have tier 3 modules in like gear assemblers and stuff. That sounds like it would take forever to pay for itself. I don't know why this doesn't run. I think it just we don't have a use for this copper yet. I am liking my turbine production though. It seems to be pretty solid. 12 per minute. I think this is all we need. So I'm glad we have that set up. Okay. We also need Logibots for... So we're just using Logibots for personal use. Should I use them to move stuff around for the train or no? Probably not, right? That feels kind of cheaty. I'm using them for personal use, so maybe we don't have to worry about automating them. Or we can just automate them like right here. Honestly, this is a good spot for them. If we can move this up 1 tile. Yeah, this one's all right. Yeah, I feel like we could definitely fit something here. We'll probably need to like do like a weird curve, but I think we can fit it. You can't use requester chest before launch. Yeah, I just mean in general, like does it go against this? I guess I did say limited them to achievements, which would just be player deliveries. So I could use them for filling up my own inventory and using them for trash, but I think that's what I should probably limit it to. Does this work? No, because I can't get coal that way. Okay. There has to be a way to produce them here. Let's see, is this hand built? This is hand built, so there shouldn't be an underground there. That's unfortunate. Do we have RoboFrames anywhere else? We could split off them here. That could work. Like we can definitely make a splitter and then send like a robot frame up here instead. If we can get coal over here. Where's the coal grid? Coal grid is here. Yeah, we can now split off red chips from here. We're in the right layer, right? Yeah, we could do like we could do a splitter here. Send it over. I think this would work. This would work decently. Yeah, okay. I'm decently content with this. This is tier 3, or layer 3. Then I said I wanted a splitter here. That can't be mined. That's weird. I don't know why that's 2.2. Probably because it's just a belt. Well, we'll have to change some layers around probably, but that's fine. Okay. And then this. There we go. That'll be fine. This will get us Logibots eventually. Okay, we just need to figure out how to actually output them. So we have this and we have this for the coal belts. What if we output from the other side? I think my problem is that I'm trying to like input specifically from the side, but really I should just do this. Yeah, that's way nicer. Yeah, this is good. Input, and then we have an output here. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, yeah, not too complicated. These are on the 4th layer. Okay, so those don't need to be set up ahead of time. Logibots here, and then I liked the idea of keeping them disabled for a while though, just having them built early. Okay. This is, let's see, we want Y, no, this one is T, right? We don't want the input until T is, I don't know how many do we need, probably like 2,000. Oh, sorry, greater than 2,000. Read Logibot stats, and then we probably don't need a ton. We could probably just do like 250. I think would be fine, which honestly makes me think we could just handcraft them, but might as well keep it automated. So we don't have to think about it, because not having to think about stuff is very useful. Also, it's going to be fun trying to fit roboports, because I just realized we haven't really been thinking about those. I do see a lot of gaps where we can place them, so I guess it probably won't be too bad, but yeah, we don't have roboports set up. Okay, so far so good. What else? Oh, I don't have the task list because it crashed. Right. I said potential. I had labs there. I had Logibots. There's one thing I was missing. Steel furnace production. I think I had steel furnace production there listed, which I feel like we should do steel furnace production over here because this is where we're already mining bricks. We can also speed it up on this side though. Although realistically, this is a pretty decent amount of steel furnaces, right? So we're producing, I think, 100 per minute. Because these, between the three of these, if they work full speed, which they're not fully working full speed, but they're pretty close. They're probably like 80% speed. These produce 40 per minute. Actually, okay, so I'm probably not actually getting 100 per minute. Unless these produce more than I think. So those are, let's say, between the two of them, yeah, we're getting about 60 per minute. It's probably the stage mod messing with the numbers. That means we probably need more. Which is an easy fix. Also, these aren't running, which is weird. That is unfortunate. And then this top one is also having a problem, but a different problem, which I don't like. So that should be fixed. What was the problem over here? I'm not sure what the problem on the top was. Well, oh, it looks like they're just backed up. Oh, I guess this side was running. I'm just blind. Okay. Oh, well, that's easy. Easy fix. It's an easy fix when things aren't actually broken. Okay, and then how much steel do these consume? Honestly, we might have... See, this is 4.5 and 7.5 of stone. Do we have enough stone for this? We don't have enough stone for as much as these are supposed to consume. Is it only working because of buffers? Oh, wait. Maybe we barely have enough stone. I guess because it's working at like 75% speed. Oh, yeah, we do. We barely have enough stone. Okay, never mind. That makes things simpler. Okay, so these are producing decently, yeah. Over here is where we'll be connecting more things soon. So that feels like a decent spot, because we'll be doing LDS over here, which means we'll have steel over there. And if we have steel over there, that means we're going to be connecting things anyway. But bricks make more sense over here, because that would be like a brick lane that's 4 bricks. I don't know, I think steel over here is a good idea. But let's look into the steel lane first. Let's delete these. They're not important. We'll figure something out. I really want to get started on LDS. Is there anything clever we can do to LDS that matters? Because, like, we can direct feed into LDS, right? I'm pretty sure that's an option. Low density structure. This uses 0.075 steel. Oh, this doesn't have steel in it yet. This is 0.125? I thought it was like a 1-to-1 ratio. That's very far off from a 1-to-1 ratio. That's like a 2-to-3 ratio. That feels very wasteful of steel. Is it not? Is it worth direct feeding? Or maybe it's better to direct feed copper. Maybe that's what I should be direct feeding. Let's see. Let's look at a copper lane here then. Because we could direct feed both, honestly. Okay, this is 0.625 going to 0.75. That's pretty close. 0.125 going into 0.075. Is this worth it? What about plastic? Plastic definitely isn't direct feeding, right? Because that would be funny if we could direct feed all of it. Okay, that one's very far off. That's like a 1 to 10 ratio. Direct feeding plastic would be silly. But yeah, we'll be doing a lot of LDS assemblers, right? So let's see. Let's pull up my math real quick. Where is low density structure at? How much do I really need? There's so many things we need for the launch. I can't visualize where LDS is. Okay, I need like 100 total LDS assemblers. That's honestly not that bad. But that means direct feeding would save a total of like 300 inserters. At the cost of the steel is wasted. What if I use module? Are these worth it in LDS assemblers? Probably not, right? They're so slow. I think it would be hard to justify that. Or maybe the plan is that they eventually get upgraded. No, we're steel limited. Well, what's the new numbers? I'm very confused. Oh, wait. I mean, is this the goal? I mean, this makes it less limited. That changes things. That definitely changes things. I think it's this one where science gets added, right? Okay. Don't crash the computer, please. I should have done that in map view. It seems fine, though. Well, maybe. Okay, I think I see now why they paste things in map view. That might have been the problem all along. That would be rough to crash the game during the actual run. Just because I pasted things not in map view. Okay. So this is producing a lot of stuff. Where's the LDS? Okay. They do 1 steel to 2 LDS assemblers, and then 1 copper to 1 LDS. So these just run at like 80% speed. Got it. I don't think we can do that. I don't think burner inserters have the capability of doing a 2-to-1 ratio like that. With a mix of LDS and circuits and copper, but you know what? It sounds like a fun challenge. What's that? Not sure what that means. But we're probably fine. Neighbors can't be used. Wait, do you think is Neighbors the mod that I downloaded? Is that this mod with the arrows? I don't remember the name of that one. Probably not. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. This part's pretty easy. The thing that's not easy is this. I don't think we can do that, can we? Actually, can we? Wait, why am I worried about this? Maybe this works. Hold on, this might work. Low density structure. We have copper on the bottom. And this is a steel lane. So the steel lane's weird. Because we need coal here, but I guess that's not that bad. And then steel would be here. So this is honestly, this is the LDS lane, right? Now we just need to figure out if we can get plastic. I feel like we can't. Because we can't output from this. This looks really cool, but the only place to output is over here. And over here. And same for like plastic inputs. I mean, it does kind of save inserters. So this would require something like this, and then just for spacing purposes, I'll just be lazy. I mean, we could do a splitter on the end. That could work. Like right here. Weird. Okay, I don't know why that's not working. We could do something like this. This isn't terrible. I mean, it's not great, but that does give us the option to output onto the side. It does not end up being very compact, though. But I think compactness goes out the window whenever we use burner inserters, so maybe I shouldn't stress about that. Okay, so this is a direct fed. This is direct fed LDS lane. This looks so silly. I actually really like it. One thing that helps a lot with compactness is staggering. So maybe if I can stagger these somehow, we're better off. Like, it could stagger here probably. No. Here? Oh, this would require an insane amount of red belt. Because that's the only way we can bridge this gap. And then we can't do it because it's red belt. Okay, so maybe not. What if we move it up? Like if we move it here, this is decently compact. It's not awful. Does it have any downsides? I mean, it has a lot of downsides. Does it have any upsides, I guess is the better question. Let's see, upsides. Saves inserters. Saves very slow moving inserters. I don't think this is inserter savings that matters. I think that's what this boils down to, right? Because I could repurpose the steel for something else and also use it for like steel furnaces with way less hassle. And then maybe I can still like do direct fed copper. I think that would be a good idea. But direct feeding the steel as well does not seem like it will save inserters in any meaningful way. Or space. Yeah, let's just do copper then. That is a 1-to-1 ratio. That's very easy to do. Let's get our copper lane. So that's this one. Oh wait. I just realized it's a 1-to-1 ratio. These are a lot wider than a copper lane. Okay, so this is very, very space inefficient then, unless I double side it, which I can do. I can double side it. I think that might work. Let's try that. Let's get half a lane. So we would be looking at something like this, and then this. That kind of works. We can't really output from here pretty easily, because this is kind of off the grid. It would probably be better to have it on the grid instead. And then maybe we can stagger stuff in between. I don't know, it is a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Roughly a 1-to-1, so this is wasted, this is wasted. This doesn't feel more compact. I really want it to work, but I was really hoping direct fed LDS would be good. And we're gonna keep trying, but I don't have much hope in it anymore. Hello, Arturs. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, more burner designing. We're starting the yellow and purple science now, which is fun. We're building it on the wrong layer though. We need a new stage, so it's gonna take a bit. Just give it a minute. But yeah, we are considering doing direct feeding for low density structures. It could be good. It could also be completely useless. Probably that one. It's probably not that useful. Because these are pretty slow moving inserters, right? Oh, I guess they're not. Actually, low density structure, the copper one's moving pretty much constantly. So yeah, that does save like 100 constantly moving inserters. The steel one, the steel's pretty infrequent, so I think if I can't save steel, it's not the end of the world. Hello, Beakrick. Welcome, welcome. Do these stagger at all? Not really. Okay. I really want to get the direct fed steel to work. Well, let's give it another shot. Let's see if we can actually design something. So steel would look like this. Input, input, output, input. It's going all right. We are, this is a very complicated build that we're trying to make right now, which is a lot rougher than I expected. What if we have coal going this way? Would that work? I don't think so. And then plastic. Yeah, this is the problem. The fact that we need plastic. Plastic coming from the sides and also an output coming from the sides. So that means we need coal here and we need coal here, which that part's not the problem. Now that's easy to add here and here to power them. This might, honestly, if this ends here, this might be safe. This might be, I think we can consider this a safe inserter. That makes it a lot better. Because like ordinarily grabbing away is not a safe design, but the fact that it ends, I think makes it viable. Yeah, because nothing else is grabbing from it. Okay, so yeah, I think this is safe. This could work. We have to go off the coal grid anyway for steel, so this might end up being decent. Now this is the problem. I don't think we can't tessellate it, which is a bit annoying, unless we do some kind of sushi. I might be able to do a snake. But yeah, we need one extra tile here between every single one to make it work, which is unfortunate. But that one extra tile, yeah, seems to be important. That tile makes it that we can output, because right now we don't really have a good output spot. We could also belt weave. Can I belt weave here? What if what if it just ends? That's an option, right? Like plastic can go up here and then it can just stop. And we'll probably have to cap it with an underground, which is going to make this mod scream, but that's fine. Or we could rotate it, but if we rotate it, this one, well, okay, this one isn't self-feeding, so we can actually rotate it, no problem. Okay, so this lets us send LDS up. Honestly, yeah. I like that. Yeah, this isn't terrible. Now this brings up the other question. So this is coal. This is copper. Coal, 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 coal. This is so many splitters. I don't like how many splitters we have. But at least they don't run most of the time. This is just for feeding things. It's probably okay. Input, output, rotate, rotate. Okay, so this should be something we can copy now. Now, this might be more compact if we can rotate it. This is what it comes down to. Can we stagger it in any way to get the steel to be on the other side? It looks like we could put steel here. I don't think we can make it one. Actually, um, the way that those stagger, I think we can make this work. Because what we can do is we can make this bottom line an iron and coal belt, which is really weird. But it's already going to, it's mostly a coal belt anyway, right? We might as well put iron on it. So that makes it pretty compact. Like really, really compact. If we can't make that work, we can add a tile in between. But I kind of like that. Okay, this is something. Now, getting the LDS out of here, I'm realizing might be a problem. Which, yeah, okay, maybe this doesn't work. Because now LDS output's over here. How the heck do we get LDS out of here? We would have to use a red belt. I don't think it's worth it if we have to use a red belt, is it? This looks weirder and weirder. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're trying to do direct bed designs. Start time for this is also really high, but I think I can live with that. Okay, so these are the steel furnaces. The nice thing is it's already split, so at least we can make this pretty long very easily. This is 4, so we can do 3 sets of these before we have to upgrade to a yellow belt. Okay, right? Or a red belt. Okay, so this is the LDS production. Or a possibility for LDS production. Advantage. Saves 3 inserters. No. Does it? Let's see, this would be 1 output. It would go to 2 input. So it saves 2 constantly running inserters per assembly machine. So this saves like 20% of the inserters that are constantly moving. That's not bad. It's not amazing, but it could be worth it. Although with all the splitters that I have with this design, I don't know if it would be. And we still have not figured out how to get the LDS out of here. So, yeah, that's something we have to consider. Maybe I just move it up a tile. If I move it up a tile, I think it's pretty easy, right? Actually, no, it's not. I would have to move it up 2 tiles. I mean, space is not my biggest concern right now, so if we can't get it to work, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. This is how big I would actually want it to be, I think. 48 LDS assemblers. Which does fit pretty nicely here. It is on its own coal grid, which is annoying, but I think a lot of our designs will be on its own coal grid now. Honestly pretty compact, I think. Only downside, yeah, it uses an insane amount of red belt, this design. Well, it's not an insane amount of undergrounds. I think this is roughly how many it would use. Oh wait, we didn't get these ones on the edge. We could actually wait. We might be able to save underground to save red undergrounds because it's possible this could be shifted over to here. And then that goes down. Oh, that's still 5 tiles. Never mind, that doesn't actually work. Or I was thinking like if this was in a different spot, we could go under here. Actually, wait. That doesn't work because these would then get sideloaded, and we need to not sideload those. Okay. It's so close to working, but it doesn't. So yeah, let's keep the idea. Let's keep in mind something like this. There's going to be some weird, awkward sideload here. I actually realize there's not a good way to get these out without a side load. Yeah, okay, so we need a lot of side loading for this to work, but it does work. And conceptually, it does work. So it uses 24 total red undergrounds. That's not too bad. Let us compare to a different design, though. Okay, so this is 48 long furnace lane. Okay, so let's see, what would that be? That is just this 1/2. Okay, so let's use this as a test. So we would have this. We could do direct feeding copper. I don't think we would really need. I don't think we really need direct feeding with copper though. It's an option. It's not a bad option, but it's definitely not necessary. Because direct feeding with copper and only copper doesn't really make it more compact at all. So let's assume that we also just have a dedicated copper lane. Just getting a rough idea of what a normal design a normal design would look like. This is actually, oh, it's actually an entire copper lane. I did not realize that. So that would be this. I didn't realize that was the ratio of for LDS. I don't really build them that much, or at least pay attention to what I'm building. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio of furnaces. It just feels like it uses way more copper than it does steel, which I mean technically it does, but in terms of the actual furnace count, it's it's the same. Because it's 10 times more copper, but 2 furnaces per steel lane to make a fifth of the copper balances it out. Okay, so the furnaces alone are honestly compactness wise, this is a lot better than I thought it would be. It's like this is what we're comparing it to, right? And this doesn't have any assemblers. This doesn't have any assemblers. Why? Yeah, more and more. This is looking more and more reasonable. I will say that now that I've pasted it. Um, this felt very non-compact, but why does it seem legitimate? Why do I not hate this? I am comparing it to the right thing, right? Yeah, okay. This is total of 96 furnaces. This is 96 furnaces. And then if we did just a normal LDS lane here of this size, it would tessellate on this grid. It would be 2 tiles wide here, 1 tile wide here, probably. Actually, no, it would be 2 in, 1 out. That doesn't really matter, though. I mean, it matters a little bit. It changes the height by, like, 1 tile. Okay, so it would be like this. Input, input, input. Copy this as much as I can with the 5. That is not absolute, though. I want it to be relative, because this is just building. Okay, we're doing... How many assemblers? This is 18. This is 48. Okay. Why is this so sane? Why is this so reasonable? This shouldn't be reasonable. I don't think this should be reasonable. I was kind of expecting it to be like, oh yeah, this is a dumb idea. But it doesn't feel dumb anymore. It's weird. Very, very weird. Okay, 23. I mean, there is a possibility that my other one is built wrong. That is a very distinct possibility. But this is what it would compare to if it was a very standard design. Which, honestly, their area is pretty similar. Okay, what's the inserter count? It is 50 inserters less. But it's like 50 more splitters. Well, is it 50 more splitters? No, because these would be... Actually, yeah, there would be 1 splitter for every single... There's 1 splitter for every inserter here, so it actually is the same amount of inserters, which is wild. Or same amount of splitters, which is wild. Oh, wait, no, there's not. There's another 48 splitters here. So this uses 100 splitters. Forgot about that. Was testing Arcospheres from SE, just use an editor because you're too lazy to get to this point. I get that. Managed to get some cards without central balancer, just balanced a single recipe. Is it designed around having to have everything like balanced, or I haven't really looked at Arcospheres. Is it one of those things where if everything isn't running perfectly, it just backs up? Because I imagine by that point in the run, everything is very recycling heavy. Okay, pros, it's fun. Cons, it's probably more expensive, but pros, it's really fun. Is that something I can justify? What do I think the performance, I guess, impact would be? That's probably important. I wonder if I can save splitters. It's one of those things that most people use massive circuit logic to only work. So you're saying it's something I'll be terrible at. Got it. If I get to that point. I doubt I'd get to that point. I'm losing faith that we'll get to we'll get far in space exploration. Although once we start playing it again more, once we're done with burner stuff, I don't know. Maybe we'll start making more progress again. This design is just so fun. Okay, if I could save splitters, that would be fantastic. I think. Okay, I think I see where we can save splitters. Let's try that. Because right now this uses 100 splitters, which is a lot. I don't really like that. Uh, it's 100 splitters versus like 50 splitters, so it's not that significant. But yeah, we can definitely make some improvements to our new design. Okay, we're not going to be LDS throughput limited, so that's nice. That helps. That helps a lot. Your design uses zero logic and possibly zero filter inserters. But for that, you're not sure as this is only board drawing. Does it use filter splitters or just no filtering at all? Not like there's a huge difference though. None at all. Nice. That sounds like a cool design at least. I'm really bad at making anything in space exploration that doesn't use filter splitters or inserters. Like anytime I have to recycle something, I use a ton of both. Okay, I think I see a way to... Well, it doesn't save a splitter, but it saves an underground, right? No, it wouldn't save this underground. Never mind. I was hoping we could make do with just a splitter here to feed this other side, but obviously that doesn't fix anything. Or does it? Which one needs the coal? If we did like some kind of weird belt loop, we can maybe like get this over here and loop this down. That could be cool. Like what if this goes up and then down? That would save a splitter. However, this doesn't work anymore. But I think the idea is there, right? Like, can this be moved at all? Maybe this can be moved. Or maybe this can be moved. Because, yeah, saving this splitter, I think, is a good idea. I don't know. Maybe the impact isn't huge, but I feel like having this many extra splitters probably offsets the inserter savings a little bit. In terms of cost and stuff. And just UPS. Splitters are decent, but like, a one-to-one replacement is a lot more than I want. And many call it a final challenge. Is Arcospheres like the end of space exploration? This almost works. Okay, I don't think we can save this splitter. Which is unfortunate, but you know, it happens. Okay, so this can go straight up. That goes down, that rotates inward, this rotates inward. That should be fine. Now this gets awkwardly sideloaded here. This is my current design. I'm sure there's a better solution, but I really like this. If I make it one tile less compact, do things get easier? Probably not. No, probably not. It'd be cool though. Okay. That's something I can copy, so that's good. This is progress, right? Yeah, okay. These can use lots of entity savings here. The music stopped. Whoops. There we go. Victoria music restarted. Gosh, this is so many splitters. Is there any way... Okay, this is something I haven't considered. There's a possibility that I can make all of the fuel come from one side. Like that. That might work. Although we do lose our ability to sideload with this, don't we? Yeah, we lose our ability to sideload here, so I don't think this actually works. Oh, it's so close to working. Man, that's a shame because that was a cool fix. Unless an underground fix it. Hello, Kyle David. Welcome. It's like the third to last science, but how hard at logic behind. Many call it a final challenge. His SE is more logic challenge mod than grow big and last science. Yeah, it is a very logic heavy thing. And the secret ending is to grow even more and more and more. I thought the secret ending was faster. I mean, this works. Okay, we'll keep building this. Let's just finish this, see how I like it. See if it works. There's a possibility I messed something up and this doesn't actually work at all. Oh, wait, I just realized the plastic. I wasn't thinking about plastic. Okay, the inserter count, the splitter count for this is even higher than I thought. Something tells me we will not be going with this design in the final product. Because it seems inefficient, but it's really cool. So we're gonna finish it, fully realize it first, and then we'll give up on it. Because I do want to see what it evolves into. Okay. And then I think we've only done. Let's delete all of these middle belts because we need to. Well, let's just rotate. I think it'd be faster just to rotate it. Okay. That doesn't work, does it? Oh wait, yeah, we sideload onto this, right? We have a very weird design here. Okay, so far so good. Secret endings sometimes will consume like 80% of your energy production. That's a lot. That's a lot of energy for a secret ending. Yeah, okay. I always thought the secret ending was easier and like something you could do really early. Then again, I know very little about it. I just thought I heard that one time. Okay, let's check to see if this works. And yeah, now we need plastic. But yeah, that's why I thought this was going great, and that our inserter count was our splitter count was pretty low. But we are up to once we connect plastic. Yeah, that we need one splitter for everything. Actually, wait. Hear me out. We don't need a splitter if we directly feed the plastic. Not direct feed the plastic, but if we directly output the plastic into the belt. That is technically better. But on the other hand, that uses way more chem plants. So I doubt it's actually better. But it does allow us to avoid splitters, so that's something. But we can worry about that if we realize it's actually a problem. For now, let's just connect plastic onto the side and see if things work. Okay, so this is pure plastic. That should be good. The infinity chest. Actually, let's use the infinity loaders. Okay, so we have pure plastic. This is supposed to be copper and let's do probably solid fuel at this point. There we go. Side doesn't matter, and then we have one that is copper and iron, or solid fuel and iron ore. And again, side doesn't matter, I don't think. You can see it very early, but finishing it is practically impossible without a standard one, as you'll just do it since you can. Without the standard ending. Okay, please work. Please be a functional design. It's not. Unfortunate. Well, okay, hold up. It might be functional. I think I might have just connected things wrong. Let's see, where's this come from? No, we can't get coal over there. Okay, coal and iron can't go over there. Oh, okay, technically we can. We can still do this. Wait. Can we? Not without another splitter. Okay. Doesn't quite work, does it? Darn. Okay, unfortunate. I think our old design of it would have worked, but the savings I did right here with this belt make it not work well. If only we had filtered. If only we could have filtered junk, then everything would be fine. Yeah, we tried to do like a one underground saving, and I think that kind of ruins it. Also, this browned out. This isn't this isn't safe because this is there too. Interesting. 2.0 burners, yeah, well, they'll be so easy. Filtered inserters will totally fix all one problem we have with burner inserters. Okay. So this doesn't work, obviously. Unfortunate, but yeah, I think the idea is there. I think if we go back to the original design where they're actually like spaced out, it works. Legendary burners will fix the rest. True, I forgot about legendary burners. They'll fix everything. It'll be so easy with those. Okay, so we also have this option. So this isn't a completely lost. This idea isn't completely lost. See, we still need coal going here. I wonder if it would be worth it to do like this. We need burner inserters powered by green power. Yeah, if only we could use like solar panels or something to power an inserter. That would be a really cool addition to Factorial. So we could do this again. We could put these on logic. That's not a terrible idea. That gives I think that's still better than having all the extra inserters. Possibly. Then again, I thought this idea worked in general. You mean some spicy rock? Oh, that kind of green power. That would be really nice. That would make things so simple. Okay, so this kind of works. But kind of doesn't. We would need a splitter here. But if this can save splitters, I think it might be worth it. Okay. So this definitely saves splitters. This would be a coal lane, this would be a coal lane, that's good. Remember the days when you could burn wooden power poles? Those are the days when you actually had a way to get rid of power poles other than destroying a chest. Yeah, those are nice. Okay, so now this size, honestly, this is only like 2 tiles larger. I think it's still safe space over the old design. And there is still a way to stagger it. We just shouldn't stagger it as aggressively. Like, we can still stagger it, I think, here. And it will be fine. Does this save? Okay, this is pure coal, right? We would need a splitter here, or we need another coal lane going vertically. How many coal lanes am I gonna end up with this? If I want to make this work. You know, it still might be worth it. More coal lanes is not a problem. Okay, so now we're looking at something like, let's see, this would come from the side. Actually, if I'm doing a vertical coal lane, you might as well do this. That still saves splitters over the old design. That's something. Okay. Just make this straight. There we go. Okay, now this does make it harder to stagger though, which is unfortunate. And then we probably want to send the coal down, right? Probably want to reverse it. So that would go like this. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so this coal goes up, then it goes down. This goes to the other side. Now if we want to stagger it, we don't really have many options. We can stagger it like a single tile, which does save 2 tiles of height, which is decent. We could honestly maybe even stagger it down here. I think this works. This does make it hard to connect the coal. But yeah, the reason we're spending so much time on this is because this is something, we're going to have a total of like 200 of these, I think. Or 150 of these, something around that. Something around there. So we're saving more than just the ones we have right here, I think. Although it depends if we end up using, I don't know, maybe, is LDS worth using prod mods and like a yellow assembler for? Maybe it is. Because then if that's the case, there isn't a way to repurpose the design very well. Actually, yeah, we wouldn't be able to repurpose the design unless we upgraded it to like prod 2s. Then that's an option. Oh, did I not update my title? I didn't update my title. Whoops. That is not what I'm doing today. Well, it was what I was doing. It's what I started with because I didn't finish it yesterday. Burner designs for Burner 100. There we go. But yeah, that's what I did Monday. We'll be doing an updated version. But we were like 30 minutes from finishing it yesterday, or like 20 minutes from finishing it yesterday, but I had to go because I had lunch plans. So I had to finish it today. Forgot to update my title while waiting for the burner design to load. This could go that way. But I want these to be connected. I think staggering them is bad. Isn't that what we decided whenever I did my main outpost? I think we came to the conclusion that staggering is bad and not worth it with the amount of space it saves. So why would I stagger here? Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that was the conclusion I came to. Okay, so that's good. Rotate, rotate. Yeah, we'll worry about entity savings later, but I think this works. This looks like something that tesslates too. And now plastic comes from the bottom. I guess this doesn't solve our plastic problem. I think we just have way too many splitters with plastic being like this. Is there a way to snake them? Yeah, basically the issue here is that we're outputting LDS onto two sides of the belt. We could do sushi. No, sushi probably isn't a good idea. It's a fun idea. Yeah, there isn't really a great way. There isn't really a great way to get plastic here with this design. Because we're looking at... Okay, we can use up to 50 splitters. Up to 50 splitters, we're still saving splitters. Compared to the other design. But... How large would this be? This feels pretty large. That's 48, so we need another 8. Okay, so this would be the total size of the build, I think. I'm pretty sure I pasted that incorrectly, though. Okay, so that is not that much larger than the old build. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. This just feels like so much empty space here. What if I, like, flip... No, wait, we decided staggering was bad. Steel is a 1-to-1 ratio, right? I think we do direct fed. I think the strat is direct fed copper, not direct fed steel. Because the direct fed copper part looks pretty solid. We're not gaining a bunch from the steel lane though. We're like not saving that many inserters. So yeah, it's really not that largely beneficial. Are these on the coal grid at all? Like maybe every other coal grid? No, but I could try to put them on the coal grid. I think that could work. Yeah, we could probably force them onto the coal grid if we really tried. Let's try that. Let's see if we can get it onto the coal grid, or at least make it somewhat compact. Because these needs output, so the coal would be here and here. Okay, that's a good start. And then we need an input and we need an output. Yeah, this is the problem. We can't be on the coal grid and have outputs. Unless we can stagger them. I could possibly flip them. Maybe they should be staggered. Maybe that's my problem. My problem actually is trying to use burner inserters. I guess that's the real problem. If only we had access to better ones. Okay, so these work. Those output to the left. Or these input. Okay, so we don't have an output yet. Wait, how do we output from this? We have steel and plastic on one belt. Copper. Okay, so we still need output from the sides. Which means we need a splitter. Or we need a snaking belt. I guess that's not too bad. Both of a snaking belt is pretty easy. Yeah, snaking belt's pretty decent. Splitters are, I think, cheaper, but worse at the same time. So I think I would prefer a snaking belt that looks like this. We send it up, and then we send it down. Yeah, I think I like this one overall. See, this is coal, and again, these can be a snaking belt too. Actually, wait, if they're a snaking belt, they don't need to be on the coal grid, which is nice. And then these are outputs. So, since these are outputs, I think we can stagger it here? Yeah, that should work. Is this decently compact? I think this is decently compact. This is steel and plastic. We'll probably use an entire belt of that. Let's see, where do these go? Is this more or less compact? Let's see. I think it's more compact than our original design. Not by much, but a little bit. It's pretty easy to snake the coal, though, which is good. Actually, really easy to snake the coal. Honestly, there's a chance I can snake here. Well, that grabs in the corner, so we can't snake there. So we need two separate coal. We need two lines of coal going between these, which is fine. It just is a little bit weird. And then where is the... Have we decided where LDS outputs yet? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's going to output towards the top, though. Like, output into the middle probably is the strat. Yeah, and then we can copy this, copy this. I don't know what these are. This is steel and plastic, right? Yeah, this is steel and plastic. This is one tile wider than I thought it was. I don't really want to use red underground belts if I can avoid it. See, what is this? This is a coal lane. If we make it one tile wider, it's easy enough to do the undergrounds. Or we can do... We could do this. This isn't bad. Kind of like it. Oh, wait. Does this work, though? That's a fun design. It's really fun. But this doesn't really fix this coal snake problem, does it? Actually, it might. Oh, because there's another side. Okay, let's build the other side now. See if we like this. Okay, so that's one side, then we flip it, which is G, right? Yeah. This will snake... Well, those don't snake there. This is too far. The coal connections for this are way trickier than I thought they would be. Like way, way trickier than I thought they would be. Also, how much copper do I have here? This is 24. Okay, so I'll probably make this into like half a lane. Because I don't need the full 24 there. And that'll give me more options for fitting this. Because right now there's like half a lane of copper here that's just completely wasted. I am using the whole lane of copper, right? Wait, that was a mistake. I keep forgetting. I need to save before I click play. Because we kind of overload our computer sometimes with the staged mod. Okay, what was my vision here? What benefit does this have? I guess it has a lot of benefit. What's the problem with it, though? The problem is the coal. The two separate coal snakes. Maybe I can... This is no longer safe, though. This doesn't work because this one is no longer considered safe. I don't think. It's fair. Yeah, no, it's not safe. That can die. With something competing for it, it's not a good option. Gosh, it makes things so much simpler, though. Well, does it? Maybe it doesn't actually make things simpler before I care. No, it does. Okay, maybe it's not that unsafe. There's a possibility that it's like decent. Oh, wait, I have an idea. If we change where the inserter is... Yeah, okay. Wait, this makes it safe. Now it's perfectly safe. Okay, cool. I think this is, I think that's a design that works. Right? And it has only one coal grid, which is also really nice. And it might make it that these can now go where I want them to. Oh yeah, no, this is way nicer. Wait, this is really cool. Okay, so this is grabbing from a corner, which is not great. However, I think we can move it down. So it should be fine. Okay. So that's good. That also lets us move the coal grid a little bit up. We can even do like a maximum length drag there for entity savings. That's good. I mean, we can do entity savings even without a max drag. It's just nice when it's a max drag. Okay, so these are outputting under the top. That is not conflicting. That's not conflicting. Okay, perfect. I think this is something that tessellates, right? Good night, Tess. Thanks for stopping by. I think this is decent, right? Okay, so we have copper and coal over here. Plastic is in the top, so we don't have to use a lot of splitters. This is a full length. Perfect. We can even save a tile, which is even better, which is, you know, wasn't my main concern here, but might as well. Might as well save that entity. Okay, how much is this? This is 12, so this is half of it. Now we flip it. Hopefully I flipped it the right way. I'm not entirely sure. I flipped it the right way, but I didn't stagger it correctly. Okay, this should be good. This doesn't have an output. Does that mean none of them have an output, or did I just forget to copy that one? I think I just forgot to copy that one. Okay, and then I did not connect the coal. I didn't connect the coal snake, but that's fine. That's the easy part. I think. I'm pretty sure it's the easy part. Then again, I thought the other design would work, so who knows? Who knows what's really easy? Okay. And then now here's the thing. We can connect across as well. Now that I've copied it like 6 times, I'm realizing I didn't copy it across. Okay. That's fine. We'll do a small section of it. Because there's no reason for these to be separate, or for these to not be the same grid, right? Okay, so this does change the design slightly. We have to move this one up, rotate this one down. Move this tile to make it safe. There we go. Basically, yeah, when I say safe, it's will it brown out before it gets coal. And when you have 2 grabbing from an underground, this one might, depending on belt saturation, this one might struggle before it ever gets coal. If you have 2 grabbing from a belt that's going straight, it's usually not a problem. But when it's grabbing towards it, it can be risky. Because one of them is going to be prioed, and the other one is not. And the other one might just never grab coal. Okay, so this means this rotates here, input, input. Okay, I think this works. Maybe. I definitely changed them around a little bit. Okay, this is outputting, wait. Is it outputting 3? Oh, not all of them had outputs. That makes sense. Let's see. We can't grab that. Okay. I think this is what I wanted. Outside the wrong direction. Is it? Oh, on the top. Thank you. Good catch. Okay, let's see. This goes up. I wish this mod was working. Oh, wait, it is now. Okay, this mod wasn't working earlier. It's supposed to keep track of the coal lanes. But for some reason, it was not liking it earlier. Or, sorry, keep track of belt lanes. Delete this. Okay, I think we've deleted every conflict. Let's see. Cool. This should work very well then. 6, 7, 8. Should be good. Okay, and then 2 more. Okay. That's a decent size. Honestly, yeah, this is the same footprint as this one. Of course, it doesn't include the steel lane, but it's pretty nice. Now on mini. Oh, it was on the wrong other side as well. Okay, that's fine. That's an easy fix. I thought it was only on the left side. Okay, it should be fixed now. That's why working in like small like sections is good, and also why I decided not to stagger the design to save tiles, because it's not worth the hassle. Okay, yeah, maybe fixed. Guess we'll found it. Now it puts on the ground. I don't know why that one output on the ground. Didn't I copy it and rotate it? Oh, that's a very easy fixes. Honestly, outputting on the ground is way easier to fix than this way, than the other one. So I prefer this at least. That's something. Okay, so this is 12 furnaces. Oh, this is 24 furnaces. Interesting. Okay, so we're just going to do this for now. I think that's at the halfway point, right? Yeah. There we go. And then we'll give this one an entire belt of fuel, solid fuel, and see if everything connects. And then we also need plastics and steel, which we'll just copy these. Okay, plastic and steel side does not matter, so we'll just put it wherever. And then they can even share the same belt. That part doesn't matter that much right now, because we can send the steel and then like reverse it. Not a problem. I kind of like this. It's fun. There's a lot we can do to save entities. We can also make it a tile shorter. I'm looking at it now. We can make it a full 2 tiles shorter, can't we? Now that we changed how we connected the coal snake, we can 100% compress it a lot. So that's actually really nice. There's a lot of entity savings here. So many entity savings that we could almost like put another lane next to it, like right here, if we really wanted to. We don't need to though. This isn't really about saving space. It's about not losing a ton of space while also saving inserters on the copper outputs. That's the main thing. Coal delay is obviously going to be pretty high with this, but all of them are, they're pretty much always going to have a pretty high coal delay. So that one's I'm not super concerned with, at least. Also, we need power. Let's give us the infinity power. There we go, and there we go. Okay, let's see if they actually work. They should be working. Okay, yeah, it works. I like this a lot. It's a really fun design, especially since it actually like is useful. Because I showed what the design I was going to do. It was basically this, but with LDS. Actually, no, not that one. That one's pretty cheap. It was more like this. Yeah, this is a good example. This is what it would have been. 16, copy half of it again. That should be about 8. Okay, this is what it was going to be, which is a little bit wider, not a ton wider, but it uses way more splitters. Inserter count, hard to compare. Let's see, this is 70 plus this, so that's 340. 336, yeah. Entity savings isn't significant. Wait, why is it that few? Oh, wait, it's the whole lane. Whoops. That's why. So yeah, it saves about 70 inserters. That's nice. That's actually pretty good. 70 inserters and 50 splitters at the cost of a bunch of undergrounds, but honestly not even that many undergrounds. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Because this would have 2 input, 1 output, right? Yeah, unless I did a sushi belt. But I don't think sushi works well with LDS because you actually run into input limits if you only have an inserter. Did I delete power? Yeah, I deleted power. Okay, so this has a lot of room for entity savings, and even more importantly, we can make it 3 tiles shorter, which I'm realizing now is going to be very annoying to do. Honestly, at this point, I probably don't need these undergrounds. Like, I'm looking at it, and those undergrounds now only save a single entity times 24. So we're saving 24 total entities at the cost of, like, 50 undergrounds or something. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think it's ever worth saving that little of an underground, right? Yeah, I can't imagine undergrounds are worth it for a single tile. Okay, and then I guess, honestly, this is not too hard to fix manually. I think we're just going to fix it one by one. Yeah, might as well. It's not too bad. Okay, now it is a lot shorter. There we go. I don't think that breaks anything. Yeah, we don't have anything being side-loaded. Okay, way smaller now, which is good. Now I need to figure out how to do the coal, which coal should be really easy. Actually, yeah, copper should be really easy to get a second line in here. What are they missing? Oh, plastics. Okay, so I haven't done the math. Let's do that real quick. And by math, I mean run this thing. 9. Seriously, 9 plastic? Okay. That's annoying. That is just enough plastic that we can't not split these belts. Hmm. That's unfortunate. Lower row missed chains. Yeah, right. For some reason, I thought I already did that. I guess I thought doing it twice was enough. Maybe it's because I did it like 5 times in a row to like just keep replacing the undergrounds. That made it feel like I did a lot more. Good catch. Yeah, this is solid. And then we can supplement the coal pretty easily, the way we do all the others. So that goes down here. Isn't 36 copper too much? What do you mean? Oh, it's direct fed. And we have it side loaded at a couple different points. Like, you mean for the belt throughput? Yeah, that's just looking at the max rate. It's a little bit under that. This is the actual rate, roughly. I think it's a little bit under this, but yeah, this is the more accurate one. Honestly, wait. So it won't be 9 plastic. I'm not sure. How close is it to max throughput? I guess it depends if I want to upgrade this later. Oh, wait. Someone just told me this the other day. We can do this. That was wrong. Ah, okay. Never mind. I don't know how to. There we go. Except I'm dividing them by the wrong thing. Why is it so high? What does it have in it? This divided by this. There we go. Equals what? Oh, it's doing it again. I haven't used one of these calculators in ages. I see the problem. I'm accidentally clicking enter twice to make sure it works. No, okay. Am I pressing them in the wrong order? Is it like one of those weird things? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it's actually exactly 1 belt of plastic at an 83% rate. That means we don't need to split it. Which doesn't really change much, but, you know, at least lets us avoid one of the splitters. So yeah, they are working at an 83% speed due to furnace limitations, which means it uses exactly half a belt of plastic. That's really cool. Then steel we produce elsewhere. If you feed 4 half lanes of copper and LDS needs 4 times as copper, 1 half lane of plastic is exactly enough. Mm-hmm. Easier to think about this way than with furnace? Well, not necessarily, because it depends if I want to be able to expand it. If I think about it in terms of furnaces, then I can like consider extending this, right? I prefer thinking in fractional furnaces, uh, because I want to think about like future upgrades. But I probably won't do any future upgrades. Not here, at least. But later, we'll probably repurpose this. Okay, this should be fine. Fractions are hard. Fractions are easy. Oh, only, that's fair. Only allowable fraction is half. Okay, that's true. Half belt is a much easier fraction, though. Yeah, I see your point. Of course, that requires you to know the ratios. And I've never had to care about LDS ratio in my life. Which does change things. Okay. There we go. Why is my inventory full? There we go. Think it's fixed now. Wait. Yes, it's just going to take a while to get there. For now, we're just going to put the infinity thing here. That should be fine. Okay. We should have decent LDS production. They're working pretty good. Only problem with designs like this, I don't know if they do anything to mitigate it in the other one, is that things back up a lot, right? Actually, maybe they don't. Because if you're furnace limited... Oh, no, you're not furnace limited. We're assembly machine Which one are we limited by? We're furnace limited. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking it was the other way. I thought we were assembly machine limited for some reason with the direct feeding design, but yeah, we're furnace limited. So never mind. We don't have the backing up issues that I thought. Because there's one design we have over here with gears where the furnaces back up before all of them run. And that's just because we're input limited. So these work at like 95% speed, and then these don't work at all for like 5 minutes, which isn't too much of a problem. I really like this design. It doesn't work, but I'm gonna keep it there because it's fun. LDS, all direct fed, because I think it has promise as a fun design. I don't think it will ever be worth it because of the 200 splitter requirement, but I do like the design. But this one's really cool. It fits nicely here. It's on its own coal grid, which is annoying, but we need to get off the coal grid at this point. It's too late in the run. If we stay on the grid, it just limits us. Yo, what's up, Frab? Welcome, welcome. Oh wait, do I have is that an important message? I was probably asking about dinner. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of... Oh, there's plenty of inserter savings we can do here. Yeah, what were you working on? How was your stream? Okay, this is solid. It doesn't work, but it's solid. Which one did I do wrong? This one. Oh wait. Does that save an entity? These look almost the same, but not quite. Is one of them better than the other? Yes, this one, because the other one doesn't work. Yes, so that's an easy way to tell which one's better. Okay, so coal was on the right side the first time. So I didn't have to change it. Good to know. There we go. Okay, I like this. See, everything's still good over here. Perfect. Okay, LDS is fun. This is really cool. And then steel, I think we decided we really like this steel lane. Now, here's the thing. We don't need that much steel for this, right? Like, we don't need an entire steel lane unless we can think of something else to use steel for. Wait, we're about to make purple science. You hear that? Yeah. That's our puppies. They're very loud. Oh, okay. They're also like not puppies, but they're always puppies, right? But yeah, we have 4 of them. That one barks a lot, but she's awesome. Okay, so this stealing is good, right? I think the stealing is good. Is there anything crazy I can do with the steel lane to get it better? I don't think so. Either they're puppies or dogzillas. I haven't heard dogzilla before. I like that one. That sounds like it would be a movie. Is that a movie? It better be a movie. Okay, so does steel need to be improved? This is a pretty good steel lane. It's very safe. It saves inserters over having to do a non-safe steel lane. Godzilla to dogs. Well, I got that part. I got the conversion from Godzilla. But I meant, like, is it an actual movie? Because it sounds like it would be a movie. There's a book. Apparently there's a book called Dogzilla. I'm assuming it's a children's book. I don't actually know for sure. It could be because the idea of that being like a full-on novel sounds a bit odd to me. But yeah, since we're off the coal grid, that makes it easy enough to feed, I guess. Honestly, should I start doing splitters? I don't really know. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided how I'm going to do coal for these. Wait, considering I'm off the coal grid, we might as well loop these around, right? Like, I think the coal snake is a really good design. Let's see, where would that go? Here, it would snake. Okay, yeah. I think the coal snake is where it's at. No, no more coal grid. That's so last year. Okay, the start time has got to be pretty high, but that's not too bad. This is a very manual fix. But yeah, if we're off the coal grid anyway, we might as well start doing coal at the front. And now the coal is going to be on the left. I think that'll work well. Because the coal grid is great. It's great for early designs. It just has the downside of this. Oh wait, we can only do this. Never mind. We can only do the snake if it's a full lane. Should I just make this a full lane? Should this just not be a half lane and just use this steel for LDS? It's a bit far away, but that is an option. I would like to produce steel over here. We could also just do a smaller lane here. If this steel doesn't go anywhere. This is mostly going into furnaces, and then the rest of it is going into roboports, right? It's roboports and assembling machines, I think. Which it looks like we have plenty of. Oh joy, instant headache. Oh, this is the easy part. You missed the headache. This is the clean stuff. If I change this stagger, maybe I can get coal down there somehow. Wait, what is this in the middle? I don't know what this is in the middle. But yeah, this might be... I might have too much steel here for what I'm doing. Maybe that's my problem. Because if I just move this down, we do a smaller build here. Well, actually, I say I have too much steel, but like... I probably don't. See, which lane is it that we want to shut off? Yeah, it might not actually. We might not have. We might have enough. Because we don't really have a lot of steel down here, right? Like, even if this runs full speed. If everything in here runs full speed. Actually, if everything in here runs full speed, that's a lot of steel. But they're inserter limited. This rate calculator is literally useless right now. I can't even read it. It says 48 steel per second. Yeah, that's not reasonable. It's not realizing that things are limited by like 50,000% because of inserter speed. So yeah, we cannot trust any numbers. That's fun. Also, they're just limited by the fact that they don't run full all the time. But like, this is very much backed up. It's like we could possibly afford half the steel, or not half the steel, a third as much steel. Is there any way to easily disable these? I think the fastest way would be to delete this and let it run for a bit. And then maybe clear it. It's going to take a bit, but I think that's easier than having to like just turn off all the inserters and then like repaste it later. Because that won't take that long to clear itself, just like 30 seconds or so. And then now it's well, now this one's needs to be deleted too. Okay. Honestly, maybe we should have just copied it to a new base, but yeah, I want to see if there's enough steel. Because let's see, what's running full speed? This is running full speed. That's good. I like how running full speed is not running full speed. It's running full speed based on the inserters and gears it's getting. Oh, wait. We're not getting enough gears. Wait, we have a gear issue. This should be getting way more gears. Is this broken? Or is it not getting the supplemental gears it's supposed to? That seems bad. We need way more gears than this if this is to run. I did not realize our gear consumption was this high. Maybe these are supposed to be backing up more. So that's why steel is so plentiful, because these aren't running. This is running full speed. These aren't running full speed, which is unfortunate because these are very important. But yeah, these are the things consuming all our gears, but we need a lot of those. Okay, so yeah, let's not mess with the steel production because it looks like steel will probably be consuming a lot more. Yeah, steel will probably consume a lot more when we actually have it built. So yeah, let's just take this. The snake, I think, not a good design for here because of the half lane. We could mirror this lane. Actually, yeah, we can mirror the lane, right? So if this outputs, if we move it up a tile, we don't have to do this. We can do the snake, which sounds counterintuitive, but I think it actually saves space because otherwise we need coal distribution on the top, which is going to be like 2 to 3 tiles tall. So I think we can make the snake work here. So this is tier 2. Also, yeah, we shouldn't have 2.1 considering it's completely empty. But yeah, if we move this up a tile, also this lets us side load. Oh wait. This isn't on the coal grid. I was about to say, oh wait, this doesn't work because it's not on the coal grid, but that's kind of the whole point. It's not on the coal grid. That's literally the whole basis of this design. Okay, there we go. That gives me an alignment point while I copy it. Okay, so this lets us do the snake, which sounds like a dance, admittedly. Okay, does this work? Yes, I think that's set up properly. Okay, so now it can snake through, because now we can just have a little output here. Maybe a better idea? You heard of that as the cold grid? Oh, cold. You heard that as cold grid. The cold grid. That sounds... that sounds suspicious. Yo, what's up, Cruz? Welcome, welcome. Cold grid sounds like a breakfast. You wake up every morning and have some cold grits. Okay, this should be fine, right? Yeah. Okay, so this makes it 1 tile taller to make it a lot shorter. 1 tile taller to make it not 1 tile taller. That's a meaningful sentence. Now the startup time might be a little high with this, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. Yeah, because I mean, either way, I think no matter what, the startup time is going to be not amazing. Like with the cold grid, the startup time is still pretty high. Or sorry, the cold grid. You're thinking about cold grids, not cold. Oh, that is exactly what I'm thinking of. Yes. Although I gotta say, cold grits are not good. If those are not like piping hot, it's not a very good meal. Maybe there's things you can do to make it better. I don't know what those are, but yeah, every time it like cools off, it's not the most appetizing. Like cold, like maybe it's like coffee, right? Maybe like iced cold grits would be good, but like lukewarm grits aren't. Because like, warm coffee or iced coffee is fantastic. But like if you just have your coffee sitting out for like, an hour and it gets cold, that's less good. So yeah, just gotta go, don't mind me, just gotta go try ice cold grits for breakfast tomorrow, see if this theory holds up. I don't see a world where this backfires. None at all. Okay, this should work a lot nicer. Or its startup time is gonna be insane. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. Because this is a steel lane, and it's going to take a while to get the coal here anyway. So yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, there's no way that could go wrong. It's not going to be clumpy or bad or a waste of food. Not at all. Okay. It's weird that I just made this one tile taller to save space. It feels wrong. But we needed coal distribution over here, which would have looked like this. So it was going to be 3 tiles taller. So yeah, this does save space. It just feels wrong. Or it saves height at least. Obviously we have coal over here now, but height is the thing that matters right now. Okay. So we fixed that without messing with steel, and now could we distribute coal with burner inserters? That is a very significant drain on UPS. So it's not something that works great for this kind of design. If it was any percent, yes. If I was doing an any percent kind of design, the distributing coal with burner inserters is really good. But having like, because you get to the point where you have to have like 3 to 4 burner inserters per line that are just constantly running for a while. So it adds a requirement of like 100 burner inserters here. And you would have that at various points throughout the base, so it adds up a lot. It's worth it in any percent when you don't have, or like any kind of shorter run where you don't have UPS concerns and you don't need more than like 1/10 of a coal per sec, or like half a coal per second. Once you start needing like a full 1 to 5 coal per second for the row, the burner inserters seem to be worse. I do occasionally use them for like small branches, but not for like entire lanes. You have a question. You recently started doing speedruns and you'd like to know how to build science potions without blueprints. Which kind of science? Or which kind of sciences? There's a lot. There's a lot of them. All sciences? Like, for launching a rocket, or like 100% speedruns? Yeah, I think this should have it. Nephrim speedrun guide there should have generic designs for all of the sciences that you can use. They're all very easy to build without blueprints. They're all pretty much straight in a row. 100% where you can't use... Wait. 100 where you can't use blueprints? That's not a category. Are you just doing it for fun? But yeah, burner inserters distribution, it might work on like a local level, but trying to minimize splitters and burner inserters is something I want to do in the main base. Which one is... you can't use a blueprint in any of them except for New Game Plus and burner... not burner 100, regular 100%, and New Game Plus. You can't use, you can use blueprints. Everything else is blueprintless. You can use blueprints within the run. So the thing that I linked you, there should be something called Nephrim's Factorio Any Percent Guide. The thing that Nightbot linked. That is a good general speedrun guide for blueprints if you don't want to move to like a dedicated base. It gives you generic things that you could paste together on any build or on any design. And they're all set up in a way that you can do without blueprints. When you're learning the run, you can just follow along to the guide pretty easily. But they're all very simple designs, lots of like straight drags, connect something here, maybe a couple turns, but it's not very like convoluted. So you can do it pretty much anywhere. And that should have, it only has 5 sciences, because you don't need space science and you don't need military science for any percent. But aside from 100%, none of the runs use military in a high quantity. Death World and default settings do use a little bit, but it's only like such a small amount that they just kind of hand feed most of it, or a lot of it, or just do a very small setup. Because you really just need lane mines in most runs. But yeah, 100% with blueprints, without blueprints is insane. Yeah, I did. Air would be nuts. I did it. It sucked. It's not that bad. It just ends up being slower because you don't have like super compact designs in the end. Obviously, the way I did it was with burner inserters, so it was like way worse, but like, the idea was there. Okay, so these are all safe. I like this design a lot. Okay, so this is LDS. Let's see, we have a little bit of time. What level do you need infinite research in 100%? I think it's like 5 levels of minions or something. Let's see. Let's find out. Followers. Okay, we are at follower count 7, and that gives us... Yeah, you just need the follower bots. So it's whatever gets you to 100 follower bots. So that is follower bot 11? Is that right? Follower bot 11? Oh yeah, it's such a non-linear. It's such a cheap one. Okay. So yeah, it's like, what is that? 5 levels of infinite? It's like 7,000 science or something like that. I think it's 7 or 8 launches. But yeah, this is the only infinite research you do. However, with burner stuff, I'm doing 2 to 3 extra infinite researches because I want mining productivity 5 or 6. Because that will save basically every tier of that saves like 1,000 inserters constantly running, which is a lot. uh, so just from the burner inserter reduction, the burner drill reduction, so I'm getting some tiers of that. It's also the only way I can get enough iron on a single patch. Otherwise, I'm limited to like 3 yellow belts. Getting that up an extra 2 tiers gets me to like 3.5 to 4 yellow belts, which is pretty solid. Okay, so we are just going to void this for now to make sure it keeps running. Wait, can this void stuff? I don't know if this can void stuff. I don't know how this works. Oh, it just does it automatically. Okay. Wait, what? Weird. Anyone got any ideas? How did I do that? Why am I always what's up with me and undergrounds breaking things? Why does it keep happening? Infinity loader is in the way. How do I get rid of this? Okay, hear me out. Stage move. Send it down here, delete it. Okay, there we go. I wanted void, I got true. I did just void it. What happened? I placed an infinity loader and then like rotated and deleted it real quick, and then it was still registering as being there, so I couldn't place anything on top of it, or can't place anything on top of it. On this layer. so that's fun. Wait, do I have autosaves on? I think I do, right? Still there? Uh-huh, sure. Still there. You can't gaslight me, chat. I can actually see this time. This isn't the invisible factory. I'm onto you. Okay. What do I do? What if if I place something here? How did we fix this last time? We we like rebuilt the stage to fix, but this is a different issue. I don't know what this issue is. Let's do this so that way I know something's wrong there, and we'll just go around it. Maybe we'll end up making the blueprint, and this will be in our base, not the infinity loader because it doesn't actually exist, but some weird void in the middle, and I'll look at it one day and be like, "What the heck is this?" And then we'll only remember because of the random bod that I uploaded one day. I think that's 100% what's going to happen. Okay, so LDS is producing. It should be producing at a rate of, I don't know. They're furnace limited, so like 1.5 probably. Oh, like 1.6 per second. That's decent. And honestly, we can copy this and build another one next to it really easily to utilize four lanes of copper. That's a lot of LDS though. Steel looks good, right? Oh right, we need to snake the steel still, right? Snake the steel. That's a sentence. It's a very difficult sentence. But yeah, the snake steel is cool. I'm glad that we're no longer refined to the confined to the coal grid. Because I do like it. It's very good for the early builds. And it's very consistent. It's really easy to expand things. But now that we have bots to fix everything, and now that we don't need all of the coal up ahead of time, because we can just place, coal production wherever we want, it's nice to be able to get off the grid. However, it will slow designs down because the best designs are always going to be not using the grid, I think. One lane of iron ore should be enough steel for that many LDS. Yeah. Yeah, this is too much for the LDS. We only need half of that. But this is also for purple science. So we'll have a couple more of these pasted. Because we need more purple science, and we also need more steel furnaces, I think. Pretty sure we need more steel furnace production. But yeah, I believe half of this is all we need right now. This isn't for LDS, it's for LSD. That would explain a lot. That explains this. It explains this weird void in the middle of our base. This isn't working. Why? This doesn't have an infinity filter. Did I lose all the infinity filters somehow? Weird. Huh. Did I break anything else? I don't know. Whatever broke this, I think broke my entire base. You know what? Editor extensions, the only thing I'm going to use from you is this, and this thing to switch out of editor mode. So far, it has caused too many headaches. It keeps breaking things. So I'm not going to stress about it. Yeah, this is enough for LDS. We'll need to figure out how much we need for purple. And then I wanted to figure out blue chip, or get an idea for blue chips. So we obviously need large amounts of red chips. We don't have a copyable red chip lane. This is backed up for some reason. Oh, it's not getting steel. Yeah, that makes sense. Why it shouldn't be getting steel. Prio to the left. There we go. Yeah. It was not supposed to be, or it was supposed to be getting steel, but with this being dead kind of broke things. Why are the substation purple? That is from, that's from the editor extensions mod. It is a super substation, which has a range of very large. So when I'm testing builds, I can just place them and get like pretty much all the builds I need covered with one substation. Because power pole placements aren't that important right now, not with burners, because you don't really save that many if you try to like. It's like the least important thing to try to save here, because it's not like you have to power inserters. So I've just been using infinity accumulators for now, and we'll just go through and add power poles later once I decide if we're doing medium or regular. Do we know the release date for 2.0? No, we do not. I think the estimate was sometime in 2024, but they have not. I don't think they've said anything for a few months about the release date. Okay, this is decent. We'll need more plastic. I think plastic's pretty easy to do, right? Plastic's nothing special. Maybe this year. Yeah, that's basically it. Maybe this year. Hopefully this year. These don't have red chips. Oh, I broke the coal lane. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's because we're supposed to be putting stuff here. Yeah. I guess, honestly, this is a decent spot for purple and yellow science. Right? No, we can't get that many purple science. Maybe it's not the best spot for purple and yellow. We could get like, we could probably fit all of them in here. It's going to be a bit ugly, but we can fit them in here. Maybe if it goes vertically, and then we just have this small square that's wasted, that's not the end of the world. We can live with that. We can live with this small square. Because so far, we actually don't have a ton of wasted space. Because I do have plans to put something in along with... Something with purple will be produced here. Something with purple and yellow is produced here. And then that means the only real wasted space we have is like a couple spaces here and there, which will have roboports anyway, which makes them less wasted. So yeah, I think we're good. I mean, technically we have a ton of wasted space because there's burner inserters and there's gaps literally 2 out of 3 tiles. But, you know, we work with what we got. But someone gave me an idea. And I don't think it's a good idea, but it is an idea I'm going to be considering. And it was something like this. They suggested direct feeding for blue chips. And I think it's not a bad idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, though. But it's a fun idea. Because it's like a 1-to-1 ratio to green chips, right? It's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. Or like exactly 1-to-1 ratio? I don't know. I think it's close to a 1-to-1 ratio. It's close enough that direct feeding could be beneficial. Only downside is it's a bit tricky to figure out where things go. But we could do like red chips over here. Hold on. Had to check on something. Or it's time to close the window. But yeah, we can't do direct feeding with the red chips, because the red chips, I don't think, are a 1-to-1 ratio, but the green chips are. So we could have copper here. Red chips output here, some kind of input. Now this is the tricky part. This doesn't work. Never mind, this doesn't work. There's not we can't get, not with this stagger at least. It might work, just not with that staggered. Okay, so this feeds directly in here. That's pretty straightforward. Wrong direction, but the idea is there. Okay, so far this works. Now, can we get an output here? Actually, yes. It's like 6 red to 5 blue, not close enough. Well, it's not so much that it's not close enough. It's that we don't really have enough sides. We don't really have enough sides available to do direct feeding for red chips and green chips. So it really comes down to which one I think will save more inserters. Well, I guess we do have enough sides. Maybe it's worth it. It is possible that it's worth it. Like you're thinking direct feed this as well. Okay, this needs 0.15. I guess, yeah, they're both like a 6.5. One. They're both pretty close. It does make it that we don't have the option of reusing red chips, so that's probably fine. I'm assuming direct feed between these two is not a good idea, right? This one's like a 1 to 4. This one's like a 1 to 4 ratio. Yeah, this would not benefit from this. Or 1 to... Wait, what's a 1 to 6? Right, that's assuming they're not insert or limited. Which they are. Actually, wait, is it 1 to 6? No, that's not right. Is it? Am I just that desensitized to the inserter limit that I just like have changed all of my mental math? That's rough. But yeah, this might be close enough. We'll look into it. Does this tessellate well? Honestly, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of cool. Okay, so we would have the input here. It might actually be better to have them on the side and have the red chips down here, huh? Wait, in this instance, hold on, is this a bad idea? Yes, because this isn't running full speed. I was gonna say, in this instance, could I do something like this, which would be really cool, to reduce the amount of assembly machines I need, but then I realized, one, it doesn't save inserters. It's actually worse for inserters. You have more actively running inserters, and this is running at 80% speed right now, which is also a very big downside. Yay, burner inserters. Gotta love them. But, I mean, having this staggered this way, I think is a little bit more space efficient, and possibly gives the option of staggering it up and down. I don't know. Which shape... Does anyone have ideas? Which shape do you think looks better? Which one looks like it could tessellate better? If I mirrored it, can I make it work really well? I think either way there's going to be a lot of awkward gaps. Whereas this one... Actually, this one we can kind of fit here. This one has less space wasted, I think. It might require red belts, but I think this works. I think we can make that work. It'll be awkward, but I'm pretty sure we can. Okay, so red chips. Now, how do we do red chips? Red chips, we can use undergrounds or we can come from both sides. Not really sure. They're both valid options. We'll worry about the inputs later. Yeah, we'll worry about the coal later. Because I think we can make coal work pretty easily. Like the blue chips like there, but I was thinking we can also get plastic from this side, but that would require us to like loop the blue chips, which is not inherently a problem, but something we do have to consider. Now we might have to do it this way because I don't think we probably don't have the space to put a coal belt here to have the inputs on the same side. But maybe if the input was over here, it would work. Although admittedly, this way is cheaper. This way is actually a lot cheaper. It does make it hard to do expand. Possibly has expansion issues though. Okay, so this is copper. Oh no, I just had a terrible idea. Are there any mods that allowed in speedruns? No. We don't. There aren't any no mods allowed. Not even basic quality of life ones. Because the quality of life ones can even cause like major savings, or have like other effects that are kind of hidden. So, yeah, no mods are allowed. It has to be purely vanilla. It says the rules on the speedrun website. Yeah, I would recommend looking at the game rules and the category rules. There's also a lot of debug settings that aren't allowed, so you'll need to make sure you have those reset to like default. Because the only ones that are explicitly allowed are like UPS and I think grid. There aren't that many that are allowed that are easy to overlook. Now, like if you use them in editor mode, they're very easy to forget about. But yeah, this was the idea and why I was kind of laughing and like, oh no, is this a good idea? This is it. This was my idea. This is the idea, to save inserters. I don't think it's worth it, is it? Oh, it probably is. No, I think it's worth it. We'll see. We'll mess around with it because I think it's really fun. But yeah, that's the idea. It's something. It's definitely something. It saves a lot of inserters. This is so many degrees of direct feeding that I'm pretty sure the inserter savings is like really high. Which is that's something. That's really nice. It is nice. Now we'll see if it's actually worth it though. Because on the other hand, you're also using a lot more prod mods and stuff. A lot more modules because everything's idled. Okay, so this one, I think these are lost cause. I don't think these can be direct fed in a way that matters. Because they're both like a 1:6 ratio. That's too much of a waste. Too many wasted assemblers for this. Especially since they're supposed to have modules on them. So this has 2 inputs. Let's see. That could work. That could be good. For now, let's do it like this. Let's pretend we're doing the splitter method here. We'll probably not do the splitter, but we'll probably do a snaking belt or something, because I think splitters are mostly good for hand building. Hello, Javier. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I read that right. I was started to say Java and realized that is not what it says. But yeah, this is a pretty long run that I'll be doing. So we were working on the designs for that. Currently, we haven't accomplished much today because we're working on designs that hopefully can be copied a lot for later because we need a lot more of all of these. So saving entities here is pretty, or saving inserters here is pretty significant because it's just so much of the run that will be affected. But yeah, we're doing a lot of direct feeding. We have really cool designs, honestly. I think they look great. But yeah, burner inserters complicate things, unsurprisingly. I think we can get these to tessellate decently. It looks like we probably can. I think our best bet is to actually get red chips from the middle, though. And keep the blue chip. Yeah, I think we get plastic from the middle. I think if we don't do plastic from... Wait. We don't have the throughput for the idea that I had. Are we going to be red chip limited here? I don't think we're going to be red chip limited, right? We're probably not going to be red chip limited. So maybe throughput isn't a concern. But yeah, conceptually this works. It would need to be folded to work, which could tessellate here. This only works if there's no input. So that doesn't work. That means we need at least a double lane here. Which is fine. Not a problem. And then coal, let's see. This doesn't work, but we can move this down. This is no problem. That's an easy inserter. So I don't think these inserters are going to be problematic at all. Yeah, these ones are flexible. We just need to move them to make them quote-unquote safe, which would be here. Then we can probably snake them through. Okay, so yeah, I think those are going to be easy peasy. This is wires and green chips and plastic. This is iron ore. Okay, honestly, this is pretty compact. And how many degrees of direct feeding is this? Like, this is a pretty decent savings, right? Okay, so this doesn't save a ton, this output inserter. This one doesn't save a ton, because it doesn't run that often. This one's pretty significant. These two are pretty significant. These are all significant. Okay, so that's like 6 inserters, 6 direct feed inserters that are significant, and then one that's okay. The fact that this is okay makes me think that it's not worth it. Because, like, I do like the direct fed red chips, but saving one action, 1/10 of the actions, I don't think is, makes it that its direct feeding benefit is not that significant, when I could instead make a way cleaner design that doesn't have that in there. Like, this looks so much better. Way nicer. Way more compact, too. Yeah, I think we don't direct feed there. Pretty sure that's what I'm leaning towards. Because if we can get this to work and this staggered, yeah, I think that's a pretty significant benefit. However, I'm realizing I did not leave space for didn't leave space for red chips. We might have to rotate it. Ooh, wait. Maybe that's the strat? Maybe we get from the middle. Could have red chips on the coal belt. The issue is I don't have the coal belt passing past. It is not going past any of the blue chip line. But yeah, red chips on the coal belt would probably work pretty well. We couldn't do self-feeding, could we? We might be able to do self-feeding. I'm not sure. Let's do a test. Is this safe? We might be able to do direct feeding here. I'm not sure what the internal buffer is. It's probably unsafe, but it's worth trying. Yeah, it's unsafe. Okay, so they cannot be self-feeding, unfortunate. I did expect that. Most assembly machines cannot be self-feeding without logic. But yeah, adding it onto the coal belt, it probably just means we have to add a tile in between, I imagine. So, like, we can make that work. Let's see, it could be like here. Wait, that doesn't work. Yeah, the coal belt doesn't pass by. Okay, I think I like the idea of having... I think I like this idea. Does this work, though? This might not work. There isn't really any way to use this intermediate square with this design. But I think the idea of having them on the side is a good idea. Because that allows us to get... Yeah, that's not too bad. This isn't too bad. We have to do weird stuff with undergrounds, but I think we can make it work. But yeah, this lets us get red chips over here, and yeah, this can probably be the coal belt too. Which would save a few belt probably. Which isn't bad. Free belt is free belt, right? So this can output in the middle. I like that. That part's straightforward. I don't really see a path to connect these wires, to connect the sulfur. It might be best to just have sulfur on both sides. Like, that's not... Like, something like this could work. It's not a huge problem. And in that case, should it be staggered? Yeah, I think it has to be staggered. Red chips plus coal is so cursed. What, to have them on the same belt? Yeah, just a little. What does it mean for an insert? Oh, so that's what I've been calling it. If an inserter can run long enough to self-feed before dying. So if it can be placed by bots and I can know it's going to work, like, except in very extreme scenarios, I consider it safe. Like, no inserter... Like, these are technically unsafe in very extreme scenarios of getting, like, 1 coal every hour. But, like, something like this is unsafe in every scenario, pretty much every scenario. There's no scenario where this inserter is a good design. So safe is basically, can I get coal before it browns out? So something like this could also be unsafe if the coal saturator is low enough. So instead I try to move them like this. This is a little bit better. Stuff like that. So basically just means, will it run? You just kept feeding RC and no coal, though. What did that test? Oh, that was testing to see if it was safe for self-feeding. So in a scenario where you get red chips long before you get coal, which is very realistic, due to how the buffers work, the internal buffers, and prioritizing fuel on the belt. If you have a belt that's 50% red chips and 50% coal, by the time it gets to the end of the lane, it's going to be entirely red chips and no coal, which means it will start filling the blue chip line, run out of its personal fuel buffer, and then not be able to feed itself. Which is why we don't have self-feeding throughout the base very often, because that is a very, very common scenario. The only way to fix that is to hand feed things. Which hence all of our coal belts. Like, even though it's more compact to do self-feeding, you can only do it if you have dedicated circuit logic, and that's a very big drain on UPS. If we were doing like a smaller run, I think we would have circuit logic on way more stuff. But yeah, for 100%, I don't want 10,000 inserters on all almost entirely separate coal grids. It's not great. That's a lot. I did do some tests. Would not recommend. But I think conceptually this works. Where do I want the red chips to come from? I mean, they could come from the side. Oh gosh, that was the wrong thing. Let's cycle through this. You know what? Let's put this not there, so I can't grab it with a hotkey. So yeah, your idea was this, right? This works. I think. I don't think this snakes properly, but I think we can make it work. Oh, but then that grabs. This isn't safe. But yeah, the idea is there. What if I grab from this side? Does that make things better? I don't think so. But yeah, I think red chips on this belt could work. I wish we could use circuit logic in a way that is viable, because yeah, circuit logic with all of these would work very well. I mean, I could technically do circuit logic. There is one set of circuit logic I can do that allows for self-feeding inserters, which is decent. Not a huge drain on UPS. If it makes... It is worth it if it saves a lot of inserters. And that is the circuit logic we have, let's see, on the labs. In our outposts. Basically just makes it that they only activate if there's enough coal for all of them to be fed at once. It's a little bit better than reading the belt directly. It's a lot better than reading the belt directly in front of it. Because you have to read every individual belt. And that doesn't work on undergrounds. So I'm trying to minimize where I use it, because it still is a bit of a drain. But it might work really well here. Like, I feel like it would work way too well here to not use. Let's try it. Okay, so red chips and coal. That's a design decision that I'm supporting. It's just such a silly concept. I don't know, it feels wrong. Like, you are right, it feels cursed. Okay, move this over, that should be fine. This is safe, this is not safe. This is still not safe. That's not safe. I mean, if we're doing the circuit logic here, we could fix this with circuit logic. What are the other options? There we go. This is safe. Okay, fixed. These are fairly safe. Those should be fine. Two inserters competing against each other is usually it's better than diagonal. You have to have very low coal for these to not be okay. So I think we're fine there. Okay. I think that is something we can copy. It doesn't tessellate that well, but I need to copy another set so I can kind of visualize what's going on. This is more compact, but I don't think it works. Let's try it. Let's see if we can make this work. It actually might work. Does it work? I can't tell yet. It might. It feels weird, but I think it works. Oh, but this one... Oh, this one gets moved over. Okay. We could also grab from over here. That was something I hadn't considered when I made this one safe. We can just grab from the other side. That saves an entity. Nice. Cool. That's even better. I wasn't trying to save entities here, but I'll take it. Okay, and then I think it... Ooh, if we want these to be safe... Why can we do that here but not here? Is there anywhere there we can do that? Okay, well, at least these don't need to be self-feeding. So that halves the amount of inserters I need. I like that. We could also use a splitter, or we could do something like this. This might be safe. I haven't tested something like this because it feels awful. Okay, if coal is on the close... If I make sure coal is on the close side, this is safe. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's a very viable solution. Okay. I think that fixes it. We don't need circuit logic. Cool. Just don't look at the belt here. It looks off. It looks so weird. The other option is a splitter. This also works. I think a splitter would be better than circuit logic. I don't think it's better than this, though. Okay, and then same thing here. Oh, wait, this test... Oh, this is a weird snake. This tessellates on like a 4 pattern. Okay, so that means we have to rebuild it again. Okay, so this goes up. Okay, that goes there. I think these are rotated wrong. Okay, this is not safe, so this needs a tile here. There we go. That makes it safe. It goes up. There's an inserter grabbing from air next to the center wire assembler. Oh. Does the stagger not work? I thought I accounted for that. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Maybe if we use a splitter? I thought whenever I looked at it initially, I thought the spacing seemed right, but it looks like we cannot make it this compact. We can move it 1 tile over, though. I think that simplifies it. There's also the possibility that we stagger this one. Can we stagger the... Maybe we can stagger the furnaces. Let's see. Okay. I think staggering the furnaces would be better. These work, okay. So this is 2. If we can make this work in a set of 4, I think it's staggerable. Which I'd probably not a real word, but you know, we can pretend it's a word. And then this one can always go left and right, so that's nice. I like that we have that option. So we'll worry about this one later. These can grab fuel, these can all grab fuel. These will definitely grab fuel. This is the start of the lane. These better be able to grab fuel. This is unsafe. This is unsafe. This needs to be rotated. This needs to grab fuel from the copper side. Otherwise, it's probably going to brown out. Okay, these are safe. This is safe. These are safe. Okay. Safe enough. Okay, I think that's those broken inserters. Let's see, this is red chips. Those are good. Okay, let's see if we can, if there's any way we can copy it and build one next to it. Because I don't know if we can. Let's see. How would this tessellate? I don't know. This is a weird design challenge. Okay, let's start with the belts. Okay. We don't have... Let's see, what is this supposed to be? Okay, this is a blue chip assembler. Because this is working, this one's working. This is the one that's also, this one's also grabbing from air. We would need to stagger both of them. Yeah, okay, I don't think we can save that tile. I think we just have to make it one tile wider, which is really not a problem. But we would have to use a lot of splitters to fix that, which I mean we could do. Splitters aren't terrible. But we might as well just make it one tile wider. Then we don't have any problems at all. That fixes a lot of stuff, actually. Okay, so this moves over. There we go. That's not grabbing from a corner, right? Yeah, we should be good. Okay. This also moves over. Yeah, this makes it so much nicer. Okay, well, at least it's not complicated anymore, right? Well, okay, maybe a little bit. It's still, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still this weird design. But it's a less complicated version of it, so I'll take it. Okay, now this should... These feel like... Which one isn't staggered? I feel like this and this are in different grids. Which I don't like. Because I don't think I added the tile here yet. Well, I guess this is the front. So this one is going to be on its own thing anyway. So maybe I should just copy this section. And then was it better when these are staggered or no? Does it matter? I don't think it made a difference, did it? I think it made a difference when I was trying to save the tile. Now I don't think it matters at all. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Okay. Yeah, it is so much easier to design this way. Yeah, it's crazy how much more complicated something gets trying to save like a single tile. Like it is a massive difference when it's already like fairly compact. This probably has a decent amount of entity. Honestly, it actually doesn't. It has less entity savings than I thought it would. It has some. But we just have a bunch of like one tile gaps, which is a bit annoying. Okay, so this is working. This is working. Okay, I think that's everything, right? That was the main issue we had here. This is one tile too high. That won't work. This is iron. Iron is on the top. Copper's on the bottom. Okay. This is a neat little design. Okay, and then do we have anything grabbing from a corner anymore, or was that fixed? That was fixed when we staggered it. We might as well just move this over a tile so we don't have to do that with any of them. The bottom middle iron furnace outserter. Good catch. Okay, I guess we can just keep them all from the right. Maybe, let's see, where does it repeat? I think it repeats here, right? This middle section. So let's delete the end cap. I didn't like that one. Okay. Oh, because of the snake, it doesn't actually repeat on that pattern. It repeats on this times 2. Okay. So we have to build a second one next to it and then re-snake it, which is not a huge problem. Okay, let's try to keep this snake pattern then. The one we've already built. Okay. Good. I wonder if there might have been a way to like rotate, if I rotated it and flipped it in the right direction, things might have worked out. It's hard to say. Sometimes rotating and flipping stuff is weird. This has 2 inputs. That's a waste. Oh, because I copied it, right? Because they were not on a consistent pattern. I might as well make them on a consistent pattern, considering the placement doesn't matter now. Let's keep it on the left side. This one's in the wrong spot. All these inserters are good. On the right side, on the right side. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, there's definitely some entities we can save here and there. Not a ton, but definitely some undergrounding to be done. And then sulfur will come from all from one side. Wait, these connect, right? Oh, they don't connect. Yikes. Does that change things? Did it connect if it was like one tile closer? Oh man, I think the compactor version, the more compact version that I was trying to do actually did work. Oh well. These aren't like terribly expensive. I mean, they're a lot of iron, but it's not the end of the world to have to use it. To use an extra 2 undergrounds per 6 undergrounds, right? Yeah, four undergrounds per 8 undergrounds, 50% extra. Yeah, we can live with that. Not the end of the world. Okay, so hopefully now this tessellates, right? If we place it here. Perfect. Okay, how many is this? Oh, I have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have no idea how many we need. Also, I hope it's correct. Yeah, we'll need to do some math, but I think the idea is good. Maybe we should build it around underground belts in the way. What? Did we tessellate in the wrong spot? Oh wait, we grabbed the wrong end. Right, the end is supposed to be built differently so it doesn't tessellate. There we go. Okay, so that's the same size as LDS. We should have like half as many as we have LDS, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, that's only if we're making RCUs. If we're just doing yellow science, I think we need way less than this. So maybe we just build it around 1 yellow belt. This is a little bit over one belt of copper. So if we cut it, I think we can make it exactly 1. Maybe we just do 1 yellow belt of copper. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable start. Then we can calculate exactly how many we need, and then we need copper. Then I think we decided sides don't matter. And then this is red chips and fuel, which is still don't like that, but it's probably fine. Okay, and then we did eliminate all the self-feeding, right? Wait. Oh my gosh, none of these grab red chips. How did we manage that? How did we manage to cut the red chips, the red chip inputs? We made it a tile wider. Did we accidentally like cut 2 tiles after that? Interesting. There's just so many inserters when you're building with burner inserter. It's really hard to tell where mistakes are. Let's see. Is there anything we can do with what we have? Not easily. See, what would we have to do? Make it a tile wider? Is that all? I think all we have to do is stagger the top and the bottom, right? I don't think it makes the whole footprint larger. It definitely feels weird. Because this needs to move over a tile. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't work. So we need to delete, let's see, I'd say the middle portion works. Or the middle portion doesn't work, but the middle portion is something that tessellates well. While we fix it. Okay, so we needed this to go over a tile. Not exactly, but kind of. Okay, so that works. That won't, when in actual runs, when they're the same blueprint, that can't grab a red circuit, so we're fine. And then this goes over here. Is this the one that I wanted to snake? I think this is the one that I wanted to snake. Is there a specific time? It's going to be at least half the speed, maybe 3 times slower. Burner inserters are really bad. But yeah, it's somewhere in the 12 to 16 hour range. So yeah, about 3 times slower, probably. We become inserter limited at like 1/3 of the green chip production because of it. And then just in general, burner stuff, it's like mechanically 2 to 3 times harder to build, so everything just builds slower. It's like twice the space. It's more expensive. There, a lot of things add up together to make it that it's like just half to a third of the speed. When you use the RC plus coal and a belt in the finished version, you'll be proud that you made an impact. I think it'll be in the finished version. Because I think this is good. We just have to make sure coal goes on the right side, and then it's safe. Which on this side is the belt's right side. Okay. That's pretty solid. Now, where's the next red belt? Or the next blue belt is over here. Okay. I think the only thing wrong here is the snake, right? Yeah. I'll snake it. Oh, wait. This might be a problem. There is a very distinct possibility that... Yep. Well, hold on. These red chips aren't supposed to be here. There's a distinct possibility that the red chips matter, or the red chips are not on the same side for both of these, or they can't be on the same side. But yeah, burner inserters are not good. Also, like, it would just take a long time to design a base that would be faster anyway. Well, no, don't worry. Your dream's not completely dead. We just have to double check. If red chips are on this side... Oh, wait. This is going to be hard to do. We're just going to hold here. Hold Z. Can it be mirrored, maybe? So snake is on the right side? Oh, I wasn't sure. The red chips that were there were residual from the old thing, where the side didn't matter. So we just need to do a quick test to see if it's actually on the good side or not. And it is not. Okay, yeah. But yeah, we might be able to mirror the bottom some way. Although mirroring is really hard. Let's see. What if we shift this over? Maybe it works. I don't think that does anything. That might be the mirror that you're talking about, but I'm not sure. I can't visualize it right now. But yeah, I think there is a way to get it to work. Like, they have to be on the same belt regardless. If we can't get it to work, this design doesn't work. It's really just a matter of, can we save like a couple tiles while we're at it? So we would need to stagger this over. And then this one needs to be staggered over. That might be fine. The top chip is blocked to the left, make the bottom one to the left. Yeah, staggering it isn't that easy. You have 2 inputs now for red into blue. We only have 1. I'm just kind of placing them in different spots to test things. Yeah, but it's not that easy to move inserters. To move belts and stuff. If you have a blueprint, feel free to share it. Otherwise, don't judge. There's a lot of things that need to be shifted to mirror this diagonally. Is 1 sufficient? Yeah, for the red chips. You're right. For some reason, I was thinking of the input to red chips just then. Yeah, we can't really mirror it, can we? Can we mirror the whole block? What's the block look like? This is the block. We can't mirror individual sections. We can mirror a whole block though, right? Like this. Yeah, we can fit an underground in here. Okay, so this would be here. Was this your idea to mirror everything or just like this individual section? Okay, input. All of the belts are the wrong way, so I wish those are not part of the blueprint right now because they complicate things. Okay, so this goes up. This feeds here. Okay, that's good. This doesn't work. Does this still need a tile gap? Did I forget the tile gap here? Might have forgotten the tile gap. Well, that's no longer safe, so that doesn't work. Wait. Oh, wait, that's because it should be fed up here. Okay. This might work. Which side is coal on? We just have to sit here and hold this for a bit. I cannot follow. Okay, it's on the right? So that puts it on the inside. That doesn't fix it. Did I not mirror it properly? Are all the belts correct? Now it's on the right side? No, it's not. It's on the same side. This is the exact same. This is the exact same situation as before. We can put a splitter in the middle. Like worst case scenario, we can side swap. Yeah. Yeah, like that's an option. Um, where's the pre-mirror design? That was this one, right? And then just it's staggered here. I want to get this done. This is my goal for today. I think I have to order dinner soon. Maybe. I need to keep an eye on my phone. Oh, this is so close. I honestly, like, when I figured out how to possibly mirror it, I was, like, so stoked, because it seems so viable. Why doesn't it work? Okay, what if we mirror it and flip it? That's just, that's nothing, right? If you mirror it and flip it, that's just the same direction. That probably doesn't do anything. Also, wait, this is a really long... I just noticed this underground here. That doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know why I thought those would pan out. Okay, did not realize how tight those undergrounds were. I could have sworn. I thought they were going to be easy to combine. Okay. What if... acid comes from here? Does that do anything? I don't think that does anything. That gives us... Oh, actually, wait. Does this do something? This might do something. So the idea here is that now acid can come through the middle. And then... now it snakes around. And we have access to more sides. However, that does not actually fix this problem. I was so hopeful. Is it the fact that they're staggered? Is that the problem? I feel like the stagger is what's throwing me off. Why are they staggered? How did they end up staggered? Right, I realized they needed red chips in the middle, so I had to... That's what the stagger is for. Okay. This is possible, right? This is 100% possible. Okay, so the coal snakes up. Is there any way to, like, split off of it? Also, there is this idea, which... Hold on, let me test it real quick before I get excited about it. No, that requires a splitter, but I was going to say we could just steal coal from here, which I think would be a consistent side. So this is an option. Why do you need fuel? Is it risks grabbing from the belt? Is it risky to brown out even if they grab from a straight belt? Yes, it is. You can grab from a straight belt for a furnace lane as long as it's coal or iron. You can't grab from a straight belt going into assembling machine, or else it will pretty much guarantee to brown out. Even if you give it a full belt of coal, it's going to prioritize the coal, so it's only going to have a full belt of coal in the beginning. So the later designs are going to have only red chips, and they'll grab red chips, brown out, and then the lane can't start. So you can fix that with circuit logic, but no circuit logic is generally better if I can avoid it. Because we do have to save. It is circuit logic adds up, especially since the circuit logic you have to do for burner inserters it's not UPS saving, it is like burner inserter saving, which makes it worse. Like, you know, circuit logic for like clocking, you know, that's great, it saves entities. Circuit logic here is like, it makes it not die, so it decreases your UPS. And you can't really do the clocking and the saving at the same time. It's great. Burner inserters are very good for performance. But yeah, we'll peak at like 3 to 4 million. I think we're gonna peak at like 4 million green chips per hour. That's why there's like a 12-hour estimate. That's like giving me 6 hours to build outposts, and peak outposts after about 2 hours, and then it will just produce for like 3 hours. And I'll probably do, I don't know, I'll probably just end stream and keep recording. I might pull up some like game in the bottom left corner and play like Suika game. I don't know, but it will only be able to take up a small portion, so I haven't decided. But yeah, this is an option. If we can get coal on the inside, advantage of this one. Wait, this doesn't. This only works on this top one. Why doesn't it work on this one? Well, this one doesn't technically need it. Is this the fix we need? Is this all we had to do? I think this fixes it. This might be fine. Coal has to be on the inside, but it might not fix it. Let's try to tessellate it first before I get excited. We've learned our lessons. Okay, and then that was in the wrong spot somehow. Wait, how is that in the wrong spot? I'm so confused. Why doesn't this copy? Does it go here? Shouldn't this tessellate? It's done. No lessons learned. Yeah, no lessons learned. Exactly. Okay, now it brings up the question of why doesn't it work anymore? Where is this supposed to tessellate? Oh wait, it doesn't tessellate until I have 4. It doesn't tessellate until I have 4 blue chips. That's why it's not working. So this is supposed to be here and here. Okay, there we go. And that means this needs a green chip assembler here. I think there. Yeah, we have some inserters to delete, but I mean, conceptually, this is fine. Okay, I think this works, aside from the fact that the snake is wrong, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we definitely should not have force placed that. We should have just looked at where the gaps were and tried to fix it manually. This doesn't work. This doesn't have the right gaps. What the heck? Did I paste it in the wrong spot? Is it supposed to be one tile over? Yes. That's why it didn't work. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. Way more space. Okay. So that is this fix. Does this work if it goes the other direction? I guess that's what we need to snake it to find out, huh? This goes down. Okay, so this one actually goes around. Man, the snake the snake is a good idea. It just makes things so complicated. It makes it so much harder to connect coal. And this is why the coal grid was very important for the early base, where I'm building anything by hand, because these are not hand builded. These are not hand buildable in a reasonable time frame. It would be not a viable option at all. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Actually, wait, since these are separate lanes, we can make both of them be on the correct. Wait, no, this doesn't work. Never mind. Excitement immediately lost. This doesn't work because this is unsafe. This one works because it's going towards it. This one is going away from it by the time that it wraps around. Can I add a tile? It's possible that I can move this over a tile. Should I just add logic? Should we just do circuit logic on 20 inserters? Or does anyone have any other ideas? Because I do not see it. Let's see. What if this, can we move this? Well, it needs to tessellate, so we do need to keep this pattern. But this would go here, and it would tessellate here, right? Why doesn't this tessellate? No, it does. There's just belts here. This is rotated the wrong way, but that's fine. Okay, so now this is technically something that tessellates. It doesn't work, so that doesn't mean much yet, but the idea is there. Okay, so these top row works great, and then every other bottom row works great. So this is the only problem. That means we have a 75% success rate right now. That's not too shabby. There is a possibility we can move this over. Wait, that's a max drag. Ooh, that complicates things. Okay, let's make a copy because I think this almost works. And if we go with circuit logic, we'll keep this design and just modify it a little bit. But like, what if we can shift this over one tile? And then this has to be shifted over. Then this has to be shifted over. Oh, I think this is what our original design was, wasn't it? Yeah, that was our original design. Then we realized we didn't have room for red chips. Can I make it a tile wider? You said rather splitter than circuitry. Does the splitter work there? Am I just blind? I thought a splitter didn't work. I guess I can do a splitter before. I was thinking a splitter here, but yeah, I guess I can do a splitter here and just send it down. Or a splitter here. Yeah, I guess there's different spots for splitters we can use. Yeah, this will work. Should I stagger it? I think that will be a little bit better. Yeah, okay, that works. For some reason, I was really dead set on using coal from that side, but yeah, we might as well just use a splitter here. Okay, yeah, that works better. But yeah, I'd rather do a splitter than circuitry because the circuitry requires 2 splitters anyway, and it also requires circuits. So it would save 3 splitters total, I think, 3 or 4 splitters, and it would put like 8 inserters on logic. So I think overall it would be a net loss. But yeah, this is pretty decent. Hopefully it works. Splitter is better for bots than a wiggling belt, so it's all optimal and perfect. That's true. It does save 1 entity. I'll take it. Just ignore the fact that this one also has a wiggly belt. Honestly, we could put a splitter here too, but this one's easy enough to fix. Okay, and then this one needs it on the bottom. That's the only requirement there. I think that's the only thing that's self-feeding. Okay. 2 entities, right? So much value. That's massive savings. Okay, so that goes there. The bottom lane does not matter. I don't think this isn't supposed to be iron. This one's also not supposed to be iron. I thought something looked wrong. Fortunately, that's not the important thing we're trying to fix right now. And then solid fuel and red chips. And then we removed our reliance on caring about what side these go on, right? I'm pretty sure we don't have any wiggly belts within the design. But yeah, teamwork. Entity savings is hard. There's so much work to go to 100%. There's a reason we switched to doing this like 4 times a week. Because it takes a lot of time to like try to make things work. I mean, I don't care that much about the entity savings. The reason I did all this is to save inserters, to reduce the impact on non-self-feeding insert or not self-feeding inserters, direct feeding inserters. Because when we do this, like when we do this design or like this design or this design, when we multiply those by like 5, that's pretty significant. And they do end up more compact. I feel like there's something I could be doing. I don't like how much space this wastes on the top end, but I don't think there's a real great solution to that, aside from putting something next to it that also uses the same iron lane. Yeah, this is 8, so we can actually make this a little bit bigger. This tessellates, I think here, right? Okay, so this uses a full lane of copper. Actually, wait, no, it doesn't. Does it? I think technically it uses a full lane of copper, but inserters are throughput limited because inserters are terrible. Also, I know there's some backed up with iron still. I'll repaste it later. Yeah, I can't use a rate calculator because it doesn't account for inserters. Things are running at like 80% speed. I mean, we're pretty close. At this point in the run, we're pretty close to being up non-insert limited, because this is for science. That means we're 2,000 science after this away, so probably like 30 minutes away, maybe, max after pasting this to not being insert limited anymore. Because the first research we'll be getting, I think, is mining productivity, maybe. Actually, no. The first thing we'll be getting is stack size. We have stack size 2, or we can hold 2 things. This is the build for purple and yellow science. So we'll be getting stack size 3 shortly after this. But right now we're inserter limited to the point where like we're working at like 80%, 70% speed on all of these, I think. These work full speed. These are at like 70% speed. Which is why there's so much copper backing up in them. And so much iron backing up. But once they get the stack size upgrade, it should be fine. Did we not put coal on the belt? Or is the belt delay just that long? Half a lane of coal does take a while to start, but it's not that long. It's only been like a minute, right? Yeah, that's not too bad. How many entities is this? This is a lot of entities. I wonder if this is better or worse. It's really hard to say. Because like this does save a ton of inserters, but it also uses a lot more belt than I think if we did like a more streamlined approach. But maybe maybe it's because I'm looking at one build that's like the technically 3 builds combined. Maybe it might not be as drastic as it feels. We also haven't replaced all the belts. Because really the only added belt compared to like a normal design is this vertical stuff. And the vertical stuff is really only like a third of the total build. So yeah, I guess it's not as bad as it feels. Now we do need to connect acid to make sure it actually works. And then I might run it in a different save to test to make sure I actually like it. Infinity. I don't like that infinity pipe. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll use it. Whoa, that looked really weird. Okay, and then we'll copy the accumulator. Okay, let's make a blueprint of this and go test it in another world to see how well it actually runs, to see if we can expand it. Blue chip direct feed. Did that name it? Yes, it did. Wouldn't it have been cool if we actually got the red chip direct feeding to work? Like, we technically could have got to work. It just, it wasn't that useful. As in, it wasn't useful at all. It just would have been fun. But, like, I want them to be fun and, like, slightly useful. Also, I think tests is the one that I need. Or do I want tests? No, I want tests. Not tests. Not with the extra T. They're different. They're very different. But yeah, this is the wrong one. Test 1 is probably tests. I have a great naming scheme. If you can't tell by the random, completely arbitrary names that I have to click on everything to figure it out. Okay, so blue chip direct feed. Did I mirror this somehow before I copied it? For some reason, I thought I put the substations on the other side. Okay, so start time is going to be a little bit high, but that is expected. Okay. Also, do we have stack size here? Yes, we actually have too much. Oh, did you think they were browned out? No, it's just a start delay. It just takes a long time to start burner builds because the internal buffer of every inserter is a lot. It's a lot. Depends how it grabs it, but it's between like 2 to 5. So it takes a long time to start. These aren't working. Oh, we didn't copy the acid. Or we didn't connect the acid. Wait. Ah, we didn't have the acid all the way along. Well, that's an easy fix. I think that was the only one that's missing, right? No, and this one. But yeah, start time with burner inserters is really high. That's a good example of why most things aren't safe when they're direct feeding, because even if you have an entire belt of solid fuel or fuel, once you have like 10 to 20 inserters in a row, that's enough to clear the belt while during the startup time, and then everything else after just dies. Okay. I never actually double checked. We don't actually have outputs for these properly built. Slight oversight on my part. An easy fix, but yeah, definitely not intended. Okay. Yeah, very, very easy fix. I actually even wasted some entities here. Okay, so this should be working. Let's put an infinity chest on the end. Actually, we'll just do one of these. Okay, now we can speed it up. Which I forgot. We probably should have just speeded it up during the testing, huh? This is not getting red chips. What? What? Start time's so long, it can make sense to split up the blueprint and build in 2 stages. No, not really. Because the thing is, you're going to have everywhere needs coal, right? So splitting up the build doesn't really do much. And it's not like you can place the inserters ahead of time either. So like the most you can do is place the belt early, but you have to place all of this belt. So if you do a stage here, it makes the first stage is going to have like 90% of the entities. So staging for them is not that great. Because the thing you need early is the belt, and that's all of the entity count. So it doesn't really do a ton. We would have 600 entities placed, so the second stage would have like 250, something like that. First stage without recipe, so the coal backs up, then second stage set the recipe. Well, that doesn't have a benefit. Unless you're thinking about like removing the... unless you just want everything to be self-fed with that design. But then that only works... that only works if you make sure... if you look at every design before you place something. You thought like right, left, then left half, so there won't be anything waiting for a missing furnace or similar. Right half, left half could work. But like in the grand scheme of things, 600 entities I don't think is a ton because I have like 4,000 bots, 3,000 bots. So I don't think staging them like that is that big of a concern. How does it start faster? Forcing coal to start up, forcing coal to back up. I guess it might start a little faster. No, it would start slightly faster because it would make it that everything starts at once. Because it does mean you don't... it means you only have to fill the coal. The timings for this sounds really hard. That sounds really hard to do, but like in theory, it is faster. Because basically, if you have one coal in front of every furnace or every inserter, and then they all start at once, you only have to fill the internal buffer of the belt, which is probably half the coal. You just have to make sure you start it as soon as the belt backs up, which sounds kind of hard. But like, theoretically, it's good. This doesn't work here. Wonder if there's a smart way to initially fill the belt with full, guarantee it's emptying on startup, and then continue with just half the belt? You mean like a smart way to do that like automatically? I mean, the smart way to do things like this automatically is to just paste the whole blueprint. But the startup time really is not significant. Like 5 minutes startup time is not a lot. And it's not even 5 minutes, but yeah, startup time is not that high for this. The weird thing is though, this should not have 7 coal inside of it. I don't understand this. Is it because of the stack size? Oh, maybe when they're not self-feeding, they buffer more coal. It's probably that. They buffer more coal if they're not self-feeding. That doesn't have a huge impact because it only affects like 12 of the inserters. But yeah, basically anything that delays starting the furnace inserters, maybe both inserters took at the same time. No, it's just the internal buffer when you're feeding this is higher than if it's self-feeding. That's all it is. That's not that important though. But yeah, the ways to make everything start at the same time and fill the belt first, you're just making that none of the build runs at all until the whole thing is built. So like there's arguments either way, and it basically comes down to one of them is more complicated and doesn't really help much. So you might as well go with the less complicated one that you can't screw up, which is this one, when the benefit is so small. The easiest way to do it is to just make sure the staging has you build like the next set and then the current set maybe at the same time. But even then, it's not too big of a concern. I think the biggest issue is going to be we need to like have a huge belt buff, a huge coal distribution facility over here. But yeah, this works pretty good. It seems to be working fairly full speed. Okay, this is, if we speed it up, producing 22 green chips, blue chips per minute. It is very green chip limited. That's expected. However, once we get stack size 3, it should fix it, right? Nope. Did we not actually get stack size 3? What? That should have fixed it. I'm confused. Are we iron limited? I thought we were inserter limited here. Are we iron limited here? Well, that changes things. That means we can make this longer. This one doesn't run. Okay, I don't know why this one's getting coal. Oh, wait. Have we never done... Maybe... I guess we've never had a design like this before, where we have coal possible self-feeding. Okay, so we can't have it possible self-feeding then. Not with the splitter. Maybe if we do a prio, that might fix it. This probably fixes it. Actually, no, it doesn't. It can still brown out graphene fuel. We can't have the splitter here. Okay, we'll redesign it next time. Because this doesn't work. We've never had we've never experimented with half self-feeding before, and apparently it's not great. Blue chip doesn't work. We'll try to fix it on Thursday. Let's add that to the top of the list. I'm gonna add it to the to-do list. I mean, I think the idea is there. Although, with the fact that the ratios for iron isn't right, it's probably not worth doing. I don't know, it might be worth doing. But yeah, add it to the to-do list. Blue chip problems, self-feeding issue. We could just do circuit logic. We might just do circuit logic here because the splitter doesn't work. Blue chip problem. That sounds like a Taylor Swift song. Miss the iron ratio. Oh, it's not really an issue. It's just there's more copper being smelted than there is iron, so it's just slightly wasteful of it's slightly wasteful of these top furnaces, or the copper furnaces. We could potentially do this. I think that kind of solves it. That does use a little bit more coal, but it uses less steel initially. But yeah, there's basically just we don't use an entire lane of coal here, but we use an entire lane of iron. It's not really a problem. It's totally fine. You don't necessarily have to use a full belt of ore, because you can always have the compressor over here. But it is something to consider. Like, it might end up wasting more inserters than it saves because of that. But that's it for me. Gotta go order dinner. I'll be back Thursday. We will hopefully fix the blue chip problem. I think we're almost there. We just need to fix this self-feeding thing, because other than that, it's fine. There is the possibility that we can just go back on the coal grid as well. If we go back onto the coal grid, we don't have the startup time issues. But I don't think the startup time is going to be that major, because it is like 5 minutes really isn't that large in the grand scheme of things, because it is a 12-hour run. So we just need to think like one step ahead and we'll be good. But thanks so much for the ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.